Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Western and Vedic astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. And I'm also well versed in Vedic remedies and mantras. And I am so excited to have the lovely, if you can tell by the background, uh, Shari, voices from the swamp, all the way from
Yeah,
Louisiana.
yeah, I literally just ran in the door.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We were just
Yeah.
talking backstage, so we appreciate your patience. And we were just talking about all the beautiful kittens that Shari just
Yes,
adopted
all
out.
my little kittens that they took to the shelter. They were strays. It was a stray cat that decided we were the safe place to
Yes.
have her litter. So and yeah, I miss my little fur buttons. That's what I was calling them, my fur buttons, because they were itty
Oh,
bitty. And that's what I was telling Michelle. The last, I guess, 2 weeks that we had them, they were finally up and moving around a lot. And when I would get home in the afternoon, we have a little gate at the front of our patio so the dogs don't get out. And here they'd come, all of them running up to the gate, and I'd have to stop,
roly polies.
wait for them to stop so I could see where to step. So I didn't step on them because they moved so fast.
Hmm.
And that first day home, and they were gone, and I stopped and I went, "There's no fur buttons anymore."
Oh,
It was so sad. Everybody in the house was depressed for like a week.
yeah. It's
We
it's
all
kid
missed them.
energy is just it's so wonderful. Oh, I'm glad you had that experience. For us this year, I always get one animal. Last year, I think it was bunnies because we had a bunny with a broken leg, and then the year before it was oh gosh, ducks, and this year it was crows. So that's they're just and I was going through Sati Sati, so I thought that was interesting because Shani, who is Saturn's animal, is a crow, and so there was a fledgling who was
Oh,
being
okay.
attacked by some dogs in the backyard, and we have a little shelf over here, and so I created a little space for their fledgling and some food, and the parents basically just raised their fledgling on our back deck. So it was yeah,
Cool.
it was he
I
was
know
really
when
cute.
we moved into the apartment complex where we're at now, what it's been a little over 3 years ago now, we moved in over here. And we've been here like a couple of weeks, I guess, and I was sitting out on the patio and I saw something go like whoosh right by me, like at eye level,
Hmm.
just eye level if I was standing up, let me say. Sitting
Okay.
down, it was over my head, but it went by like just over the top of the wall of the patio because we have little walls.
Hmm.
And I looked up and I was like, what was that? And I'm sitting there looking around trying to figure out because it was too big to be like a wasp or a bee or something. And a few minutes later, here it comes back. Whoosh, it was an eagle.
Oh, that's big. Okay,
I didn't even know we
that's
had
bigger than
eagles
a wasp.
in Louisiana. That's a lot bigger than a wasp. And although if they dive bomb you, they feel huge. So,
Oh my
but it
gosh.
was like, I didn't even know we had eagles in Louisiana. Come to find out, yes, we do. But it was an eagle and its mate, and they'll come fly like through the parking lot just about at the level of the wall, just a little bit above. And they'll just swoop right through, and it's like, well, people better watch their small dogs and cats because
Hmm.
that's
We
that's
always have
mealtime
Rosie
for
on a
them,
yeah, we always have Rosie on a
Yeah.
leash, and she was our biggest. She's 9 pounds, but I some of my littles they were like only 3 pounds. So because I like little Chihuahuas, people they're one of the most popular breeds to end up in the shelter. So we rescued a lot of them. So
Yeah. I mean, but it blew me away. And for the first month after I saw them, every time I would see them, I'd run grab the camera or my phone, try to take a picture or video of them. And the
mhm.
minute I would turn the camera toward them, they go straight up, like
Oh
way up.
wow,
You couldn't see them. And it took about a week before I realized, okay, it's not meant for anybody else. This is
that's
meant for
cool.
me.
And
And
that
so
could
I
be from
quit
your
trying.
spirit guide, Sherry.
That's what I've had several people tell me that. That
Hmm.
that's they sound like they're your spirit guides. And I said,
Yeah,
well,
they've been giving me
that's
an
kind of
osprey. So
so
yeah,
and it was like that's cool. I've always
that
liked
is
eagles.
cool.
I just never thought I'd actually see one and for real, but
Hmm.
they are it's funny because when you watch them fly, they fly different. than other
They're
birds.
majestic. Yeah, it's because their wingspan
Uh,
is so
and
large.
well,
Yeah.
not only that, but other birds, ducks, as egrets, whatever,
Mhm.
they flap when they fly.
Mm.
And an eagle will go like 1, 2, it just
Mhm.
soars.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't flap when they fly.
Mm.
They just ride the wind currents, and it's really quite amazing to watch. It was like, wow, this is
It
kind of
is.
cool.
We have a
And
couple of nesters in our area. So yeah. Oh my goodness. So is it okay if we say
awesome.
hi to some people in the audience?
Let's do it.
Okay,
I've been
let's
saying hi in
go.
the chat.
So Joyful Jen is here. Hello, hello. And she says, hello, Shari. Jeff is here. It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. And I haven't received an email from you yet. So I did send you one in the chat.
He
Moonfox
comes
Night,
up
it
with
is,
such beautiful poetry too.
doesn't, yes, he's
Oh, I
definitely a
love
wordsmith.
it because
Yeah.
I'm not a poet. It's like, no, it's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll watch him and Ramon and Heather get together
Uh-huh.
and do the poetry readings, and they'll come up with on the minute, right
Oh,
there
yeah.
with the reading. They'll come up with poetry to go with it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
blows my mind how they do that.
It'd be interesting to look at Jeff's Mercury. I love that. That's awesome.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. So, Mariana, it is wonderful to see you here. Maureen, it is lovely to see you. I am having a wonderful day. I'm all glammed up because Venus is in Libra tomorrow,
Okay.
like today into tomorrow. And Venus is my ascendant lord. And he came out of the eclipse and I'm okay. So I'm celebrating
What
with
is mine?
pearls and all kinds of stuff.
I wrote it down because I had another Vedic astrologer that I was a guest on his channel, Hogarth,
Okay. Yes.
and we were talking, and he was saying something, about, well, what are your signs, and that, and
Hmm.
I said, well, I know my Western.
Hmm.
He says, well, what's the Vedic? I said, I don't have a clue. And he said, wait. He pulled up the program. He says, all right,
Hmm.
give me the dates, give me the location.
Hmm.
And so I'm giving it to him, and I'm thinking, okay, this is live. Everybody's hearing all my information. And then I thought, what the hell? Everybody knows everything about me anyway. And so it turns out I'm a Taurus in Vedic, not a Gemini. And it's in the Gaia energy sector, is how he put it. So I don't know what that means.
Gaia,
My
like as in
moon is, go ahead.
Gaia, like Mother Earth, or Gaia
Yeah.
tree? Oh,
No,
okay.
Gaia,
Interesting.
like Gaia
Be interesting to see
energy,
where he
like
got
Mother
his.
Earth energy. And
Okay. Oh, he's talking
and
about Earth
then
signs. Okay.
yeah, and then my moon was in Capricorn with Jupiter and Saturn.
Oh, that's an interesting combination.
And then
Okay.
my rising is Pisces. And he said I was in the Brahmin class. And I'm like,
Brahmin's the
what
highest
is,
class if you're in the caste system in India, meaning that's the priests.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I mean. I had heard of Brahmin before, but I didn't know what it meant. He was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're something special." I'm like, I don't feel very
That's the
special.
Purvabhadra ascendant. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he said. Yeah.
Thank you
I
for your
love that.
donation, Annie.
Oh, thank you, Annie. Oh, hi,
And he
Phyllis. Good
said
to see you.
my Janus sign is Leo. I don't know what Janus is, so
Okay. All right.
so you can interpret if you like. I don't know
Oh,
what that means, but
yeah.
uh
Oh, we'll have to
hi
talk after the
Jane.
show for sure. So Phyllis is here and Annie is here and the lovely Susan. You're first in line, dear. I did get your tip. Thank you so much. And Nicholas, I got his question as well. And hi, Rachel. It's lovely to see you. Oh, yes, this is I have two of them. I love them so much. They're little constellations and moons. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it is super wishy. And yes, the fashionista is to honor Venus in Libra. So I'm super excited to finally see that transit happen. I've been waiting all year for this. So Gina, it is lovely
Well, I
to
guess
see
I
you.
dressed correctly then, because I wore one of
White
my
is,
fancier
you are. Yeah, that's
white and
beautiful.
blue and gold, and I wore my sapphire jewelry with it. So
Oh, and I've got my sapphire and pearl. So there you go. We're both
there
set.
you go.
We're guarded. We're good.
Awesome.
All right. So
Yeah.
everyone's saying hi to each other. Oh, James is here. It's lovely to see you, James.
And he's got a
And
question.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get that question in. Oh, Sylvia's here. It's lovely to see you, hon. It's lovely, lovely.
Hi,
Oh, I'm glad
Sylvia.
you felt the energy was good. That's wonderful, Jeff. That's great. Jackie's. I love you, Jackie's. It's so good to see you. Okay, Annie, we got your question. Thank you so much. And oh, Jane is here. Yay! I get to go on with Jane again in October. I'm so excited to read with you again. So
Oh,
much
that'll be
stuff was happening.
awesome.
So much stuff was happening. Our emails and our websites were getting hacked while we were on the last show with Jane. And so like I was going back and forth doing
Oh my
cyber stuff with the
gosh.
hosting company, and she was like, she carried it like part of the show for me. She was so amazing. So thank you, Jane. That was not what we expected, but eclipses come a little early
Yeah,
sometimes. And
I
K2
don't
was right
have a
on Venus.
website yet because I haven't had the money to pay for one. And then I had a private reading over the weekend, and he was saying, "Oh, you need to go here and get one because they're like really cheap and you get a really
Mm.
decent website." And I went, "Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to check it out."
I
So,
might teach classes
you
on
know,
how to do it on Canva if anyone in the community is
and
interested. So, because that's the easiest
yeah,
platform I've ever used, and it's like click and drag. So, yeah.
exactly. It's just,
Hmm.
it's like not that I need anything fancy, but it would be nice to have it set up for scheduling and membership, and then that way I
I
don't
do
have
all
to
of that.
worry
So
about
yeah, I might do a
that way
class
I
on
don't have to
that.
worry about YouTube's mood as far as members go. And
Yeah.
um, I'm getting ready to do buy me a coffee. I
Okay,
pulled
good.
that up and was looking at. So,
Well, my
but I didn't know
experience.
if you had to. I didn't know if you had to have a website before you went with them, or you could just do them without a website. It wasn't clear
Oh,
when I
okay.
was reading their directions. So I was like, I
Okay.
gotta dig into it a little more.
All
And
right.
but
So
it's like
Moonfox Knight says,
it's
"Hi, Sherry." And oh, you're
hi.
talking in one good. Yay! And colorful. Thank you for the hearts, honey. Everyone's saying hi to each other, to the lovely Jackies. Oh, you're the best
Sylvia and
mom,
I have
Jackie.
started doing
Got it.
mediumship
You're second.
practices
Oh, cool.
with each other every Saturday for the month of September. We're doing like 15, 20 minutes each,
Okay.
trying to get a mediumship reading and then discuss it. And then the next one takes a turn. And it's been kind of cool. I mean, we pull information differently.
Hmm.
And I think we both kind of went into it with preconceived notions of what you're going to see and how you're going to see it. It
Hmm.
really quick showed us, no, you don't read that way. And then to Sylvia, no, you don't read that way. So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun doing it. And a couple of people asked if they could join us, and we talked about it. We decided, well, maybe after we get comfortable, then we could open it up maybe to one or two other people at a time and just kind of take it from there. And
It's exciting.
it is exciting,
Yeah. Okay. So,
eventually maybe get to the point where I can do it as a class. And
oh, for sure. Yeah, that would be
you know
fun. Yeah. Very creative.
once I
So,
get
rate.
more comfortable with it. So
Oh, totally. I'm like that too. When I
yeah.
when I'm reading and teaching, it's you can learn something from students too. It's a fun process. So Rachel, you are
Oh,
second after Susan, just letting
absolutely.
you know. James, I went ahead and got your question in. Oh, Moonfox Knight is wearing a fuzzy blue robe with white stars and constellations. Well, cheers. Yay.
You sound more comfortable than me.
Hmm. And then, yes, thank you, Jane. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Okay, Joyful, I'm going to go ahead and
No,
get your
Sylvia,
question
you don't
in.
suck thus far. She put in there, I suck thus far.
Ooh, Rosie, I went
She
ahead and got your
doesn't.
question in. Oh,
You don't
sorry.
suck at all at it. You just do it differently than me.
Oh,
Hi,
okay.
Scott.
Oh, Scott's here. Okay, I'm just going down the line here. Oh, and you're a Virgo midheaven. That's how you define yourself professionally. Well, that explains your career too. And then Maureen, I
Yeah.
went ahead and put your question in. Joyful, your question is in. Jane, yes, we will keep you very, very much in our prayers, Jane. I've been getting up early and at night and doing stuff for mom and daughter-in-law as well.
Absolutely,
Okay,
Jane.
definitely,
And yeah,
definitely.
Jane, the mediumship is like that with me too. It's like it just hits me out of the blue. And so now I'm trying to learn how to control it, I
Hmm.
guess, not really control it, but how to be able to focus in and say, okay, I need this now, not next week. Somebody's wanting an answer now. So it's been interesting to say the least. It's
Yeah.
been fun. And
So Rosie, you are in the questions as well. I'm just letting you know. We have Susan and then Rachel and then Annie and then Rosie. Okay. And then just let everybody know we do tippers first and then we do lightning round at the end, just to let everybody know how the show works. And Jane agrees with you. She goes, I can't stop the mediumship. It just comes. So
yeah,
she did a really good
that's
mediumship
what.
on the
Yeah,
last show.
I saw that earlier. That's why I was saying, yeah, when it comes, it comes. It,
Yes.
and I can't seem to control it any. So it's all learning as I go.
Yes. Yes. And Sylvia agrees. She says, yes, yes, yes. And Shockwave, it's lovely to see you. And then let's see. Everyone's talking to each other. Oh yes, more. Yeah, so people are all praying for mama and daughter-in-law. Okay, Jane, and the lovely Scott is here. Thank you for being patient as I found
Hi,
you. It's lovely to
Scott.
see you,
Yes, Scott
Scott.
joined me the other night on the slumber party. He came in and he emailed me. He said, "You want company?" I said,
That was
"Yeah, let's."
fun. We enjoyed being in the
Yeah.
audience for that one.
So and then the week
I agree,
before, I think
Sylvia.
it was Allie and Helen came in. And so Allie was like, "You never invited me to come on." I said, "I didn't know you were awake that late. I figured
Oh,
you were in bed asleep by then." So
oh,
now
and
that I know you're up,
Scott's on with Arthur tonight. So if you guys want to watch Scott later, he'll be on Arthur's
yeah,
show. That's exciting
I've already
stuff.
got it. I've
We
already
got it
got it
notified.
tagged.
Okay. So yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead and tag that. That's awesome. Everyone's saying hi. And Annie, yes, you are in the queue. Let me look to see what you're in. You're third. Okay, sweetie.
Arthur is hilarious. You should sit down with him sometimes when he's not on.
Mm-hmm.
He's even worse.
Aw.
It never stops. He's just a born smartass. I guess is the best way to put it. I got to
Yeah.
meet him when I went to California. So I
Okay.
got to meet Arthur face to face and spend an evening with him. We went out to
Mm,
eat and then just hung out uh, at his place for a couple of hours. And
sweetie.
it just fit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you
I
meet
think
certain people and it just fits.
now you said you
It's
had a
like you just,
Capricorn moon, right?
yeah,
He's one
uh,
too. So
yeah,
that's the connection. It's like me and
that's
Marina.
probably it
It's
then.
there's
Yeah.
something there. Yeah. It's the moon. It's the inner emotional state. It's really beautiful.
Thank you, Jackie. Jackie's
Okay.
already
Oh,
put the
yes,
links
Jackie
in.
is sharing Sherry's channel. So make sure to like, subscribe, follow. She's got lots of stuff. Okay, Shockwave, I'll go ahead and put your
I'm
question
almost to
in.
3,000, y'all. I'm only like 100 and something away.
And we love Arthur too. He is so funny. He's hilarious. And he has a really great personality. You're right, Sylvia. Oh, yeah. He'll make you pee your pants. Like we talked to him backstage, and the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth is just, oh, he's just so clever. We love him. All right. All right, Dr.
Absolutely.
Priya, we will go ahead and put you on the list. Just note that to everyone in the chat, that tippers do go first, and then we get everybody else for lightning round. We have 13 stars so far. So let's go ahead and get, well, I could go into the astrology if you guys want, or we can just get to your questions because we have a ton of them coming in. So,
Whatever you
um,
want to do, you got me for whenever.
all right.
I'm
So,
not on any time limit.
oh, good. Okay, great. So, but
So
I don't want to overuse you. Okay. I want you to come back. Actually, you're going to be back next month. So I'm excited to have you again. Yay. All right, guys. So let me
I'll come
know.
back anytime. Just say the word.
Okay, I'm a Capricorn Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Leo Rising, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't remember the 21st night of September. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's awesome, Moon Fox night. Okay, so
Now, see, in Western astrology, I'm an Aquarius moon.
okay, I am too, but I'm in both because I'm at the very end of Aquarius in Western. I'm at the very beginning of Aquarius for Vedic. So
Yeah.
yeah.
In Western, I'm a Gemini sun, Aquarius moon,
Mm.
Pisces, Aries rising.
Okay, Dr. Priya, I went ahead and got your question about your pregnancy.
And,
And you guys are putting in your sun, your moon, and your rising. If you do that, I can give you an added reading because I did some readings for the eclipse. So let me know if you want it added when your name comes up, okay? All right. And I'm going to go ahead and star those so that I have them on the
Yeah,
And yes, please hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Jackie. You're awesome. She's the mod with the most.
I'm
Okay.
telling you.
So let's get to
I
the
know when Scott and I
lovely.
were on the other night, I told her, I said, I should have sent you a co-host link. That way you could have just dealt with everything and I didn't have to think about it.
Aw. So
But
we have a ton of questions coming in. So if you want to know what's going on Vedically, I make a short almost every single day this month on remedies and transits and everything else. And I spend a lot of time putting those together on Canva. So, and it's me,
and I've
it's
been
my
really
reading.
bad
And
this month. I've done like 2, I think.
oh, your one on compassion that you just did was excellent. I really liked that one. I needed it. And it actually
That
came at
was
the perfect
yesterday, I
time.
think, or was it
Yeah.
today? I don't remember.
I liked it this morning, so it could have been yesterday, but
It would have been yesterday then.
okay. Yeah,
Because
that
I
was a
didn't
good
get the
one.
one from today done until like after 1 o'clock. Because I usually
Well,
do them on my lunch break, and then yesterday I was off work because I had a doctor's appointment, and I was getting ready to go get ready for bed, and I realized I hadn't done it, and I thought, well, hell, everything's out. I still got makeup on. Let me go ahead and do it now.
okay.
Do it now and drop it now. So
I'm just starring all of your rising signs because I can give you a reading on
oh,
that.
thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
glad y'all enjoy those. I get such a kick out of those little short um, affirmations. I guess it started out. I got a deck of Louise Hay's positive affirmations or something. It was
Mm-hmm.
like 20 cards, and when I got them and I'm going through them, and I thought, well, that would be kind of cool. Maybe I could do like a short with each one and just. And so I never know what the card's gonna say until I'm
Mm-hmm.
on camera and I pull it. It's like I don't look at it ahead of time and try to plan out what I'm going to say or anything like that. I just go
Mm-hmm.
with the moment. I pull it out just before I start the camera, and then it's whatever comes comes. So most of the time I keep it into a short. Sometimes I tend to run a little long.
Oh yeah, they're very those affirmations make me feel better too. I agree. You have a very sweet heart. Oh, are you in France, Jeff? I didn't know that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put you and Rachel. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Janine, you are in. Thank you so much. All right.
What is our first question?
And Joshua Miller, it's lovely to see you. I'm going to go ahead and put it up for us. It's the lovely Susan. All right. Nicholas has been
Right.
searching for his first big city. He has invitations to Sioux cities, Huntsville, Alabama, and Chattanooga, Tennessee. Which would be the best choice for this stage of life? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do one for each.
I would stay away from Alabama.
Oh,
That's just a
okay.
personal opinion.
Well, oh, I did not get a good card for Alabama, so it looks like your spidey sense is working, Shari. Ooh, I'm getting some interesting ones for Tennessee. Ooh, does he know people in Tennessee? Because I'm getting Six of Cups for that. Does he have family or old friends there? Because I'm getting a whole story with Tennessee. That would be interesting to see, Susan.
Well, for
Okay.
Tennessee, I pull the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles. So,
I
oh
got the Ace of
wow.
Pentacles too.
So I'm getting. I mean, I just very glibly said, "Stay away from Alabama." That's just because I've been there. I know what it's
Mm-hmm.
like.
It's
I've
full
lived
of
in the
many
South
don't.
my whole
Yeah.
life. Yeah, it's like Tennessee is kind of it can rock either way, but Alabama. The only good thing that came out of Alabama was Forrest Gump and Leonard Skinner, and that's about it. And for Alabama, I pulled the Five of Swords
Oh
and
my
the
gosh.
Hangman.
Oh,
So
ouch.
it's like conflict and just having to deal with it because you're just going to have to hang in there and deal with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But with, else calling me, turn that off. But yeah, with Tennessee, it was the Hierophant and the Ace of
Mm-hmm.
Pentacles. So
Mm-hmm.
that's very positive.
It
So
is. It is.
My vote's for Tennessee.
Okay. Well, Susan, I got a few cards for you. The first one I got was for his reading. I got Jupiter, I got Moon, and I got Sagittarius. So Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and this is all about following your inner guide, your inner guru. Okay. And then the Moon represents emotionally, where does Nicholas feel the most connected? Where is his heart? Because the Moon is all about our inner state. It's it's what makes us feel at home. Okay. And the moon also represents the fourth house, which is home and real estate. So I asked my tarot what was going on, and I got the reverse King of Cups for Alabama. What this tells me is that he might not like the men there because I don't, I mean, I've I have both parents raised in the South, and there is a dynamic in the South where some men don't take responsibility for their emotional state. And he might not like that. He might be a more sensitive guy when I pulled this one. Okay. Uh, I got the Six of Cups for Tennessee. That's the first one. So he might run into an old friend or acquaintance or something like that. I did get the Ace of Wands reversed. So he might have trouble like starting new projects or businesses or really integrating himself in the community at first. But it will work out because then I got the Ace of Pentacles. So he just has to give it a little time to acclimate because he's going to feel like a little bit like a fish out of water when he first gets there. And then I got the Queen of Cups. So that tells me that his moon and his inner state will be much happier there. And she came up upright, unlike the reverse King of Cups, which is a more negative emotional energy. So if we're coming from an emotional state, which is what I'm getting from him, it would be best for him to choose Tennessee. Okay. I hope that was helpful, honey. And we're sending lots of love to Nicholas. That's exciting stuff. I can't wait to see what he chooses. All right.
Absolutely.
So Susan's next question, because she did tip twice, this is for her, is we will be closing the sale of Mountain Grove at Cloudland in a few weeks. Thanks to y'all for the help. So I'll ask about health. I found a surgeon who will consider repairing my hernias. Oh, excellent. We've made appointments for the first week of October. I may also need another surgery for procedures. Would this surgery be something to prioritize right away with the surgeon? Thank you. Don't make any big decisions in and around the eclipse time, but other than that, let me see. And don't get any surgeries in and around eclipses, guys, because that's not good. So just be aware of that. Yeah. Or if Mars is with Ketu, or if Mars is on your ascendant. But other than that, you can look at that. So let me just pull some cards for you. Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
All right, so I may need other surgery and procedures. Would this surgery be something to prioritize right away? Okay, I got that you don't have to prioritize it right away because there's something else that can come up. Okay, Shari, and I'll try to be more specific. I got the fourth house in Uranus. The fourth house does rule real estate. It also rules the home, the mother, and things like that. So I don't know if this is Mountain Grove, but I am getting that your emotional state might get a little cooked up in the next week or so, okay, over something regarding the property or something like that. Uranus is a lightning planet, so just keep an eye on those details and watch out for any hidden surprises or anything that comes up, because we did just have an eclipse, okay? The overall energy that I got for surgery and other procedures is you may want to consult a past opinion for more advice, because I got the past card again. That seems to be a little bit of a theme. It's the second time this card came up. I go, now is not really the time to step in and make a big, bold move yet. Maybe do a little bit more research, because I got the Knight of Wands and he came up reversed. What this tells me is there could be some inflammation related to the procedure that can cause problems for entertainment purposes only. And then I got the Chariot. The Chariot is then after that you're able to do a little bit more research and take a step back. There you go. You'll be able to make a better decision moving forward, but you got to take that time out. And the one thing that you really have to watch for is watch for people that are a little too overconfident and giving their prognosis and working with you, okay? And be very honest with yourself and what needs to be done. Because whenever I pull the reverse Fool, it's someone who's really not paying attention to what's going on, okay? Whenever I pull this for me, it's like, okay, pay attention to where you're walking or something like that. But just be careful where you step. And when you are in these medical meetings, just have your spidey sense going so that you can avoid any miscommunications or wrong choices or decisions. But I
For
got
me, it's look out for the wall that's in front of you that you walk into.
Oh, we
I've
actually
done that.
watched our, yes, we have people running the polls in town all the time because they're looking at their phone or like they're doing too much, and it's like it's tech world, we're just all up in our heads. So I totally understand. All right, I'm excited to see what Shari has for you, Susan.
Well, I pulled a Chariot. So while things are moving at a steady clip, again, this is letting you know to don't rush it when it comes to the surgery. Make sure you get all the T's crossed, all the I's dotted. As somebody who's had to go through several surgeries for medical stuff, make sure that you're in a good place emotionally and mentally for what's going to happen to recover, and that you have support there to help you. I know when I had my neck surgery, if my mother hadn't have come down and spent a month with me right after the surgery, I don't know how I would have made it, because I couldn't do crap. I was barely able to walk across the room.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And she literally, was sponge bathing me, feeding me, the whole 9 yards. And then I pulled the 10 of Wands. So try not to take on too much burden with that. Hi, Miss Terrell D, my love. And try not to take on too much burden. This can just be you overburdening yourself. Again, take that step back and get all the information you need. If necessary, go and talk to another doctor and see what they say, just for that second opinion. It's not saying you don't trust the first doctor. It's just saying you want somebody else to look at it. Make sure. And then as far as the sale and everything goes, I pulled Loyal Hearts from Wisdom of the Oracle, and this talks about when you're loyal to yourself, loyal to your plan of what it is you want to get done, then that's when Spirit will bless you in that same respect. But you have to stay loyal. Don't let anybody drag you off in another direction. Stay in the direction that you've already mapped out for yourself. You know what you want. You know how you want to do it. Stay loyal to that, and you'll be successful at it. That's what this card is saying when it comes to the one thing I like about this little oracle deck is they give you like 4 or 5 different messages for each card.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is a prosperity message. And so I decided to look at that one because we're talking about making a sale and doing that kind of thing. And that's what it was talking about. Stay loyal to your vision and what it is you want to get done. And then you should be successful at it. And that's what I got
love
for
that.
you.
That's a great message, and that's very encouraging. Thank you, Shari. Well, hope that was helpful, Susan. And I'm sending you lots of love as you make those decisions. I know you've got that beautiful Jupiter placement. I believe it's in your 12th house. So he can definitely help you with these procedures, sitting in meditation and just tapping in, because I know you've got that beautiful guru energy in your chart. Like, she's definitely from a higher plane. She's fantastic. So yeah. So you are so welcome, sweetie. And thank you, Rachel. You're so sweet. That's very nice of you. Thank you, honey. Okay, I wore my sparkles for Venus today. So, and Miss Tarot D is here. It is so lovely to see you, honey. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you.
And she sparkles all on her own.
Yes, she does. We love you, honey. All right. The card that I got from my angel cards was Sparkle and Shine. And so that's how I chose my outfit. I choose my outfits using the Tarot and Oracle cards. So I had fun with this one. Okay.
Well, I'm going to have to try that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
never
it's a
thought
lot
to
of
do
fun.
that.
Yeah, you can use the tarot, you can use oracle cards, you can look at the astrology for the day and pick the color. It's a lot of fun. All right, so we have a lot of people coming in. We might get to you, we might not, because we have 25 starred, okay? And I'm not going to keep Shari here for hours. So the next person we have is the lovely Rachel. And just to let everybody know, tippers in order are Susan. Oh, Susan just went. Now we have Rachel, and then Annie, and then Rosie, and then Janine Barnes, and then John Bailey. Okay? Okay, let me find your question, Miss Rachel. All right, you're a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'll give you the Capricorn one. Oh, actually, I read your chart. I'm going to give you the sidereal one, okay, sweetie? So that would be Sagittarius, okay. So for the eclipse, Rachel, I'll do that reading for you first. I'm not seeing your question. Let me look here. Jonathan might not. Oh, I'd love a general reading. Okay. I'd love a general, maybe about the landlord complaint. Meh, general is fine. Okay, sweetie. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick eclipse reading because I got these done ahead of time. These are some remedial measures. So for your, I'm going to do it based on your Vedic rising. Okay. So let's see here. Your eclipse took place in the fourth house of home, real estate, rental properties. Okay, that explains a lot. This is your emotional foundation, your place of comfort. So this is going to help make your home environment and situation a little better. So it's not surprising to me that the eclipses have been happening here. Okay, so a really good mantra for you, if you're comfortable, is Om Chandraya Namaha or Om Somaya Namaha. The best stone for you, pearls, ocean pearls. They are absolutely fantastic. I'm wearing a ton of them because, yeah, my moon's getting aspected by Saturn, and I'm giving it lots of love. So another one is Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. Om Dom Durgaye Namaha. And that is Goddess Durga, and she helps us with our mental state and our emotional state. So she helps us with those Rahu energies, and I know you have the Rahu on the moon in Aries, Vedic, of course. That's the sidereal calculation, so she can really help you there. And I actually have her mantra going on in the background right now. You got to see this. This is awesome. So it's just in time. She's right there, and I got her mantra going. So that would be very powerful if you're comfortable doing that. Additionally, let me try to get this working. You can use moonstone in addition to pearls if you have that. The best herbal tea for you to drink at night would be chamomile tea that can promote calmness and emotional stability. And for aromatherapy, jasmine is really good for emotional warmth and nurturing and adding just a little extra to the home. Sandalwood can be used for peace and grounding. And if you're feeling a little hot or inflamed, aloe vera is very calming and healing as well. I put it on my face every morning and evening, just straight aloe vera. It's one of the best things that you can do if you have sensitive skin like that. I did pull some cards for you. Okay, sweetie. I got that travel might be in your future. I got the ninth house. This is all about long distance travel. So if you get any big deals or trips or anything that is offered to you, it is being supported by spirit. I did get what was in and around your environment, and it's not great. I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay, this might be the landlord. I got the reverse King of Cups. Okay, this is someone who is not emotionally responsible. Okay, then I got the Chariot reverse, meaning you're stuck and you're kind of feeling bummed about this. And then I got the Three of Cups reversed, which tells me that the people at work and in your environment aren't making you the happiest. You kind of feel like a third wheel. All right, you don't feel like you belong because they might not be making the best health decisions. So I did find a card to kind of get you out of this headset that I see, because you've got a lot going on in your chart, especially when eclipses pass over certain areas. I got the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay. This is all about conquering fear. So this can indicate fear of commitment, and it's leading you to consider giving up on certain things. Before making any decisions, ask yourself, is love stronger than fear? Find healthy ways to address these flight or fight feelings that you're having with the apartment situation. It's like when I pulled this card, they're like, she just wants to run and run and run rather than just face this fear and tackle this conflict. Now, I know that this is karmic and it's very difficult. I just kind of went through my own karmic battle last year. But if you take a defensive stance or you're unwilling to budge, this is not the time for blatant assertiveness. You just kind of have to back off and wait for this to pass. Okay. Issues of hurt and abandonment may resurface as you do this. It creates a sense of neglect or betrayal. And I know that you've been through it this last year, honey. I've been following you on Facebook, and my heart goes out to you. But just know that they're asking you to basically just put down the wand, because you can see when this is right side up, that's, defend yourself, fight, stand up for what you believe in. Upside down, it's literally back off and just be you and choose peace. Move toward tranquility. Okay, sweetie. And you are surrounded by negativity right now. That is not in question at all. So I've been putting on my aloes next few days. Awesome. I broke out and the aloe does work. Okay, good. That's probably what they were picking up on. And they ignore me. I'm sorry, sweetie. I had to make a complaint. I'll get towed without a parking pass. Okay, all right. So you're going through it. That would be the reverse chariot that I got. So that would be the toe. And you love jasmine. Oh, excellent. Okay. So, and let's see. Oh, and you have, okay, great. All right. So I'm just looking at your comments here. All right. So I'm excited to see what Shari has for you, but my heart goes out to you as you deal with some of that stuff. And just know that you are literally going through a very karmic time. It will pass. You've got this. Just continue to do your dharma. And I hope you don't get towed either. I did get the chariot reverse though. Okay. So just keep an eye on that. Okay, sweetie. Okay.
You're the first one I'm using this deck on. This
Ooh.
is one of my new oracles, so this is the first time I'm using them. And the card I pulled, it felt like Michelle was describing. It's called The Masks We Wear. And what it's talking about is the many faces of self-identity, self-expression, wearing a mask as a means of protection, but knowing who your authentic self is inside. Basically, when I pull this, what it's saying is that right now, with your sights on future events, things that you're going through now and where it's going to lead you, this is going to require you to put on a different new mask to wear to deal with this landlord issue. So you're not going to just be you completely, and you're not going to wear a mask that you've worn in other situations. This is going to require you to find a new mask to wear that's going to fit this situation so that you feel more comfortable and in charge of what is going on. And then I pulled the Six of Wands and the Empress side by side. This is success in both cards. This is like, woo woo, blow the top off of the building success. Okay, this is good stuff here. With your Six of Wands, you're looking at encouragement. You're being noticed for good things, not bad things. And of course, with the Empress, this is all about nurturing and bringing in good fortune to yourself. So combined with this new mask you're going to wear, I think you're going to do really well with it. It may be a little rocky, but you're going to come out ahead in the end, is what I'm getting. And that's what I got for you.
We hope that was helpful, Rachel. And thank you so much for joining us. And we're sending you lots of love as you go through the week and deal with all that stuff. And we're sending a lot of love to Ollie, too, because I know he's been really going through it. And you have, too. So lots of love to you, sweetheart. Okay, so Annie is next. Good to see you, Annie. And Annie is a Cancer, Sun, Leo, Moon, Rising. I'll go ahead and do Leo for you, Annie, for the eclipse. And then I'll go ahead and answer your question because I got some good cards for you. Okay. So remedial measures for Cancer. And I actually had a really fun guest on. Her name is Aylin, and she wrote the Tarot Apothecary, and she kind of helped me with some of the aromatherapy for the eclipse too. Her book is incredible. It was a really fun show to do. Okay, so Leo rising, the house themes for you. It's going to happen. This happened in your 8th house, Annie. So this is transformation, death, secrets, and inheritances. The best planetary mantra for you is Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. And that can help you with patience and handling transformation and things like that, because Leo is getting aspected by Shani or Saturn right now. Okay. The best crystal for you would be black tourmaline. That's for protection and grounding. Your herb, and I take this every morning, is ashwagandha. It's for stress relief and resilience. I make like a little oat cake that I eat every morning with yogurt and applesauce because I have vata tendencies, and it's a Ayurvedic term, and it's really good for stress. It's fantastic. And you can also use mugwort for protection and spiritual insight. Obviously, check with your doctor before using any of these herbal remedies. For aromatherapy, something grounding and stable. So I'm thinking like vetiver would be very good for you. Another crystal that you want to look into, let's think. There's black obsidian could be, and it would be good in addition to the black tourmaline as well. And then for another herb, you could look into myrrh, because that aids in transformation and grounding as well. So it's all about transformation. It's all about grounding. So that said, let me find your question. Okay, there you are. What lessons am I currently going through? Okay, so they are trying to expand your consciousness. That's a really good thing to have. Okay, so they're trying to expand your consciousnness, the way you view the world, the way that you see things in life. It's a beautiful thing to step into. The ninth house is also ruled by Sagittarius and the Guru. So it would be called Brihaspati Devi in Vedic astrology. So you've been through it, my dear, because I got the Ten of Swords. So they're helping you seek help for your problems. Okay, this is my recent sadness that feels a little unbearable card. Okay, there's a source of pain that you might be working through, and instead of sitting with the unhappiness and maybe some of the feelings of sadness, which can exasperate the situation, they're asking you to kind of reach out to those beautiful friends and acquaintances that can offer you love and support, people who've gone through similar hardships, so that you can have that empathic connection. So dealing with feelings of hopelessness and abandonment requires really deep introspection and spiritual soul searching before you're ready to reemerge into the world. So finding those friends and those allies that you can talk to that can understand you from a heart level is really key right now, because you've endured a really heavy burden, and seeking professional help can also navigate unhappiness. And it's a very courageous choice to make. I've done it myself. I highly recommend it. So there's no shame in seeing a specialist, but isolating yourself will only prolong the pain. And I've been through this as well. So my heart goes out to you, sweetie. Then I went ahead and I got the Six of Pentacles, but it did come up reversed. Okay, this is avoid being overly cheap or overly generous. Okay, so there needs to be a balance in the way that you give to others. When I pull this card, it's usually because someone's lying to me about their situation, whether it's medical or something else, and I have to look a little into it. Most of the time, people tell you the truth, but there are some people that will make up sicknesses, that will make up things, that will tell you that they're in dire circumstances, and when you find out they're lying and you've given them like lots of money and time, and then you start resenting, and that's not good.
Yeah.
The other side of this is then you allow that resentment to not allow you to give to others. So basically, if your concern right now is the scarcity of life's blessings, it may seem that generosity that you've shown others isn't really being reciprocated, and that might have caused that kind of Ten of Swords feeling. So, practice discernment in your giving. That's what they're going to help you do. They just spent the last year doing this with me, and it has been an eye-opener. It really has. You really have to, the best thing that I heard my husband say was trust but verify when you're going and you're helping others. Okay, that way you can really take your money and your resources and your energy and give it to the right causes and places and people. Okay, sweetie, and I'm glad that resonated. Thank you for telling us. I'm excited to see what Shari has for you.
Well, I started out with the Emperor. So again, this is when it comes to more the emotional aspect of everything, it's more of a stability that they're telling you to rely on. People that have that mature love, not that that rush of romantic love that you feel right in the beginning, but somebody that you know and you trust, that has that long-standing, stable stability love for you, that you know you can go to and talk things over with, and they'll help you with making decisions or deciding what's best to do. And then I pull the Page of Cups, which this is telling you to be I feel like this is telling you to start expanding your creativity. Find what
Mhm.
makes you happy so that you can become more creative. Because when I pulled the oracle card for you, it was happy, healthy, wealthy, wise is
Ooh.
the card. And it's basically telling you it's time to remember how to play and have fun. And that comes with being creative, because when you relax and have fun, and you allow yourself to play again like a child, much like this young boy with the page of cups, they depict a child here in this particular deck. um you're looking at, turn around the right way, uh, you're looking at a way, at a reminder to find the child within. And uh, basically it's saying that every morning when you get up, state of spirit, surprise me, what's going to happen great today, you know, and just be ready for it, something great. Anything from somebody opens a door for you to somebody just smiles and tells you have a great day. That there are days when just hearing that from someone or having someone open a door for you can make a world of difference, trust
Like
me.
like Sherry's affirmations do that.
Exact. That's why I do them, because they make me
Yeah.
feel good. And I started thinking, well, let me share 'em. Maybe it'll make other
Yeah.
people feel good. But it's saying it's time to step into your life with curiosity. Gain that curiosity of a child that's going out and experiencing things for the first time. And that's when spirit can really start working through you for creative means, helping you find new and different ways to express yourself, help you find new and different ways to relate to other people, um, new and different ways to relate to spirit. I mean, sometimes we can get kind of drugged down with, like it's a chore you have to do to spend time with them, and they don't want that. They want you to spend time with them like a child would spend time with their grandpa. This is going to be fun. This is going to be awesome. That's what they're wanting, is you to just take on the mantle of a child and learn to play again. And sometimes when we go through a lot of hard stuff, it's just to remind us, hey, it's going to be okay. You can be a kid, you can laugh and have fun.
Okay,
Oh,
well, thanks. Annie says, "Love that." Well, we're so glad, Annie, and we're sending you lots of love as you go through that. And yeah, come back and let us know
absolutely.
how you're doing. And in the meantime, I'll just see you in the chat with Scott's channel. And you're welcome, sweetie. All right. So our next question, and just to let everybody know in order, we have Rosie, and then Janine Barnes, and then John Bailey, and then Mimi. Okay, those are our tippers, and then we'll get to lightning round. Okay, no problem with the typo, Mimi. We got it. It happens. It's the internet, especially with AI. They keep like I write an email and I have some AI program coming up in my email, like changing my words. It's really annoying. So okay, so let me find your question, Miss Rosie. All right, Rosie. I'm having a lot of difficulties with my boss. What will be the outcome? I'm a Virgo. Okay, so first off, I'm very sorry you're having issues with your boss right now. I kind of went through this last year, and it seems like you're going through a similar circumstance. Okay, Rosie. The reason I say that is the first two cards I got was Pisces in the 11th house. Reach out to your spiritual, empathic friends for help. Get your acquaintances together, and just really start to suss out what's going on with work. Okay, they can help you discern the best steps forward. This would be a friend that's probably like a water sign or someone who's extremely empathic and compassionate. And I'm getting that it might be a group because I got the 11th house. So I don't know if you brunch or if you get together with a group of friends, but they're literally saying that they can help you through this time. All right. Now, Virgos are going through the eclipses, at least sidereal Virgos right now. All right. So that might be some of the energy that you're feeling. Uh, I did get the Tower reversed. Okay, so don't let panic take over regarding the job. This is cautioning you about acting out in fear or desperation in times of crisis. So there might be a sudden upheaval that occurs. It's going to surprise you a little bit, but it's giving you a chance to reinvent yourself, take a new path. It can also throw you a little off balance. So don't freeze like a deer in the headlights and just act swiftly to avoid anything detrimental coming your way regarding the job. Okay, because this card is all about taking a much needed break from things that aren't working. These are structures or habits that no longer serve a purpose in your life. So this crisis is going to bring you a lot of liberation, and it's going to propel you forward and take necessary action to make a fresh start. Okay. I'm undergoing that right now. My heart is with you as you navigate that. Then I got the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay. This is not about defense. This is about just kind of backing down and not allowing fear to take over. So, okay. Whew. Find healthy ways to address any fight or flight or any anxiety or anything like this that the boss is bringing to the workplace. This is not your energy. So I would recommend maybe bringing some tourmaline, black tourmaline or obsidian to work, just putting it in your pocket. Maybe sage yourself before coming into work, saying a prayer or mantra, anything that makes you feel and heal protected. If you're a Christian, you can look at your Bible verses. If you're a Muslim, you can look at your Quran. If you're Hindu, you can read the Ramayana or the Bhagavad Gita. There's a lot of beautiful texts that you can turn to for help to try to keep a calm mind. I used the Mahabharata to calm my mind last year. So that's something that any of those rituals in the morning can kind of help you guard yourself against the negativity. And then I did get a good result. You're going to be moving in a better direction. Okay, sweetie. So I see you kind of moving forward to a new material path. Okay, so that's the main energy that I got for you. I'm kind of excited to see what Shari has for you, Rosie. And thank you for letting me read you.
All right. Well, when I started shuffling and it would come out again, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise.
Okay.
So it seems to be a recurring theme today. But it's also talking about recognize your personal limits and start scheduling in some self-care. I really feel like that's what this card is saying to you. I mean, yes, we need to learn to play again and to have fun. But when you're talking about dealing with a difficult boss, dealing with a job that you need that's not fulfilling you right now, then it's time to schedule some of that me time for you to recharge your batteries so that you can deal with it. Um, being happy is about being fulfilled. Being healthy is about self-care. Being wealthy is, getting getting paid your worth of what you're putting into it. And being wise is knowing how to live with everything that happens around you with grace and with peace of mind. And then I pulled from my other oracle deck, I pulled orphaned. And I thought, well, that sounds kind of bad, but it's not actually. It's talking about this is just like a reminder that you can't be all things to all people. There's always going to be something that somebody doesn't like about you, and that's just life. It comes and goes. Maybe the issue with your boss is just something as simple as y'all just don't resonate at the same level. Sometimes that happens, I mean, they could be a great boss to somebody else, but when it comes to you, y'all just clash. And that's okay. It happens. When that happens, though, is when it's important for you to take time to do that self-care. Take that 15, 20-minute break and go for a walk around the building or in the building or, whatever it is that you do, wherever it is that you're located at. Because then with the tarot, the first thing I pulled was justice. So this is all about finding that balance. You have to work because you have to eat, you have to pay your bills, but you have to play. And you have to give yourself that self-care. so that you're recharged and you're ready to go. And then I pulled the Six of Pentacles. So again, that's talking about support, not just financially, but support emotionally and spiritually. There are people around you that can give you that support you need so that as you deal with this difficult person, there's somebody there that can kind of, you know, um, put their arms around you and give you a hug when you need it. Sometimes that can be the hardest thing to ask for from somebody, especially a family member, is just, I need a hug right now, and it makes me think of my late husband. When we first met, the man never hugged anybody. I come from a family of huggers. We hug everybody. And so it took him a little while to kind of get used to the fact that I hugged everybody I saw. At first, he was like, what are you doing? He'd be like, it's just a hug, chill out. But over the years, he realized just how important that 2-second hug could be, not just to yourself, but to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And he became one of the best huggers I ever knew. I mean, he could give a hug that you just felt all the way down to your toes. A lot of people don't know how to do that. They give a little one arm pat on the back, or that kind of thing. It's not a real hug. So maybe it's time to start hugging other people so that they kind of get an idea that, oh, this is kind of nice. I kind of like the way that feels. And then they'll hug you back. So while you're at it, have a little fun with it too. Because that is what this one's talking about. Have yourself some fun.
Oh, I love that, Shari. Thank you so much. And you're getting hugs from the audience. Thank you, Maureen. That was very sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. All right. So we're sending you lots of love, Rosie. And I'm so sorry things are tough, but know that they will get better because I did get the
They
chariot
will.
at the reading. Okay. You're going to be able to move to a better material position. Okay.
That's what
Whew.
that justice was for.
Oh, for
Balance.
sure. So we have Janine Barnes and then John Bailey and then Mimi, and then we'll try to get to lightning round questions. Okay. So let me find your question, Miss Janine. All right. Aries Sun, Cancer Moon, Rising. Reading on spiritual development, advise potential positive changes, work and love, please. Okay. All right, Janine. I'm going to go ahead and give you your astrology reading first, your remedial measures. I'm going to do because you have two cancers there. So I'll give you Cancer. All right, so that would be your ninth house. Now, this is for the sidereal. If you're Leo, if you're a Gemini, let me know in sidereal, but this is for Cancer, okay? So this is happened in your ninth house. The house themes are higher learning, travel, beliefs, and teachers. The planetary mantra is Om Guruve Namaha or Om Brihaspataye Namaha. And those are very simple Nama mantras that you can do on Thursdays. And that can help you seek wisdom and inner guidance moving forward. The crystal for the last eclipse would be lapis lazuli for you. That's going to enhance wisdom and spiritual growth. And then the herb would be frankincense. That's wisdom and that's clarity and purification. And then aromatherapy, sandalwood, that will bring spiritual awareness and grounding. Sandalwood is the main thing that I would recommend just looking at your cards, okay, Janine, because you got some interesting stuff in and around you. And you're welcome, Rosie. Shem, did you tip? Please let me know. All right, sweetie? Because I'm going to do lightning round. Otherwise, you're in lightning round. Okay, sweetie? Okay, because I'm not seeing it in my inbox. Okay. Okay, so the first card I got was you got a lot of things coming at you fast, Janine. Okay, I'll have them put you in, Shem. Thank you. A lot of things are coming at you fast. This is my Eight of Wands card. It's like boom, 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 boom. It's like arrows coming at you. Okay, I asked what that was. I got that there might be someone that's presenting you with a bad business deal. Someone younger may not be telling the truth. Wishes may not work out for the best. There's going to be some regret and forgiveness that happened afterwards. And they're encouraging you after going through all of that to not go out for validation, but to go in. This is the Hermit, and actually the Hermit came up upright, excuse me. So the Hermit, what this tells me is you've got some negative stuff coming your way from this eclipse, okay? And when I get this, it tells me to go in and to practice meditation, because I feel that your guides, because I got Sun in Pisces for the overall energy of what they're asking you to do. The Pisces is the most spiritual sign. Okay, it's water, it's sattvic, it's beautiful. It ties us to the deities and the worlds beyond this one. So they're asking you to master solitude because it is going to increase your wisdom, your spiritual wisdom. They're asking you to step away from your connections right now and focus more on meditation, introspection, and study. Okay, so your current concern is it's going to involve a new path. Okay, they're taking you in another direction, and there's going to be some serious study, reading, and contemplation to unlock the mastery that's going to propel you to this next level. So honey, you are leveling up. This is a good thing. Okay, but you may experience a profound sense of like alienation or isolation as you encounter the influence of, you know, some of these entities in your environment. So what they're basically asking you to do is remove all of the negative toxins and behaviors and people from your life and focus on inner strength, reliance, and resilience. Meditation is best done. I know this might be a little hard. I'm not sure where you live, but it's best done at between 3:30 and 5:30, but it can be done at any time of the day. But that's just the best time, and that's in the morning. And there's a really, really good book on it. It's called Concentration and Meditation by Swami Sivananda. You can get it free online. You just type it in and you can find a free PDF. I can also hook you up with some mantras. If you don't have an altar, that's something else that I can give you some advice on. But there's a whole practice that comes with what Shari and I do. We don't just, you know, show up and read. We have like a whole spiritual practice that we do in order to listen to our guides and get the messages to you. So they're asking you to step into a daily practice where they can reach you and they can have a conversation with you, and you're spending more time with them than you are out here talking to the other humans, because you do have something beautiful inside of you that they're wanting you to tap into, and it holds the answers for the next step of your being. So the bad news is you're going to have what my therapist called the thinning. So you're going to have to drop a few people in your life in order to make room for this beautiful new experience and this new spiritual upgrade that you're getting. So I'm excited for you. I think that's great. Eclipses can cause these rumblings. I had one on my birthday just before I discovered jyotish, which is Vedic astrology. It was a really rough year, but it made me really go in and study and introspect. And then COVID happened, and I went ahead and got my degree in it. So it can lead to something really cool. So I'm excited for you, and I'm excited to see what Shari has for you too. And I'm sending you lots of love, Janine.
All right. Well, the first thing I pulled was the Nine of Wands. The battle is over, but the war is not finished. So this is your time to take rest. Like I said, the battle's over. You may be limping a little bit, but you came out ahead. You won. That doesn't mean that you don't put up protection around you to keep anything from blindsiding you, let's say. You want to stay protected at the same time. And that's where those setting up the rituals and whatnot with your beliefs and your practices become so important, because that helps build that wall stronger, so that spirit is more involved and is there at the drop of a hat. I mean, they're always there for you, but when you spend extra time working with them to build up that protection, it's like they're there instantly before you even realize you need them. Boom, they're there. Because then I pull the Nine of Cups, another 9. So that's 2 9s off the bat. That's pretty good. And this is more of a mature love around you. Again, that stable love around you. Even if it's, I don't know if you're in a relationship or if you're looking for a relationship, because I don't know you, so I don't know your backstory. But basically what I'm getting off of this card is contentment that comes from love with someone who feels more like a partner than just someone you're going to have a booty call with. Okay. So again, depending on what your situation is, and they're not telling me what that is, but it's just telling me that look for that rewarding kind of love, the kind that gives you companionship. I know I hear people sometimes wonder how couples stay married for 50, 60, 70, 80 years. It's because they move beyond one level of that relationship into a companionship level of relationship where you're more comfortable just being around them. You don't have to be talking to each other. You don't have to be doing anything together. You don't even have to be sitting next to each other. You just both be home at the same time, but you know they're there and that they love you, and that gives you that fulfillment that we all need. We all need that kind of love, that kind of companionship. And then I pull the strength card. So that tells me right there that no matter what's coming at you, honey, just, like we say down here, honey, hush. You ain't got nothing to complain about. You got it because you can deal with it. Whatever it is that comes your way, you've got the strength to deal with it. And so Spirit would not be giving you this if it wasn't to just encourage you to stand strong and to hold on tight to your faith, what you believe in, how you believe in it. Don't let anybody take that away from you, because that's yours. That's your strength. And then I pulled the emergence of hope. And when I saw this card, I thought, God, how perfect is this? This is talking about trusting in divine, having patience, trusting that there is goodness in everyone. We may not see it, and they may have it hidden or beaten down so that it doesn't come out anymore. But it's important for you to look at people and still see the goodness in them. Don't let them walk all over you. You're not a doormat. But it's still important to see the goodness in them. And it talks about knowing that source is what gives you life. It's what gives you love. It's what carries you through. You trust in that. You trust in your divine. Whatever it is you believe in, however it is that you believe it, if that's what works for you, then that's what you do. Believe in it, have faith in it, and it will sustain you. Even during times of grief, and I've been down that road too, there's always that kernel of hope that tomorrow will be better. As Scarlett said, tomorrow will be a better day. So hang on to that. It's every day it's a little less traumatic than the day before. But you just have to hang on to that hope and let it take root in your heart. And then nothing can beat you down. Because like I said, honey, hush, you got the strength card right there with you. So I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about it. You got it going.
Well, she has that Aries energy, so you're a brave one. So I love that.
There
That's
you go.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, Janine. Well, our heart goes out to you. That's a lot of energy to deal with, but know you've got
For
this.
sure.
Okay, you are leveling up. That's exciting stuff. Come back and let us know how
Yeah.
you're doing. Okay, sweetie.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we have, let's see, next is John Bailey, but I don't know what your username is here. Okay, John. So if you can check in and let us know what your username is. Otherwise, I'm going to give you a general. And then we have Mimi. And then Shem, you said you tipped. You're next after that. And then we have Katie Graves. Okay. So that is who is in order. And then we'll try to get to lightning round if we have time. Okay, guys? All right. So let's see. I don't know who you are in the chat. Are you James MED4? I'm not really sure who you are, John Bailey. So if you can let me know. Let me check to see if you put it in the invoice. Okay. Donation from, yeah, I'm not seeing your username here, sweetie. So if you can put that in, I'd really appreciate it. That can kind of help me answer your question if you put one in. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and give you a general. Okay. All right. Well, you're not checking in. So if you do, please go ahead and put your question in because I don't know what your username is. Okay, honey? The first thing I got was the fifth house. The fifth house is all about your creativity. It's also rules the house of children, gambling, things like that. Uh, I'm not really sure what your question is about, but they're having you look at these areas, this area specifically, which is fifth house. Okay. I asked what was going on in your fifth house of creativity and children, and I got some really interesting cards. I got the first one. I got was the reversed hierophant. So tradition may be holding you back a little bit because this tells me there's a fear of moving forward because you're stuck in the past and you're bound by some outdated values and antiquated customs. So you're kind of like in a rut based on a belief system that you've had for a very long time, and you may find it overwhelming to go against what's like the ethical status quo, whether you endorse it or not. I know that a lot of things are changing in the United States. I'm not sure where you're from. I'm getting there. Show me, guys. East Coast. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. So you are in America. Yes. Okay. So there's a lot. We just had an eclipse. Our eclipses in America are happening in the fourth and 10th houses. The fourth house is real estate, mother, home. The 10th house is career, things like that. I did pull the fifth house for you. That would be children and creativity. That's what they have you focused on. But those are some areas you also might want to look into as well. What I'm getting is that you are going to need to completely change the way that you do things, and you address who you are morally, because a lot of things are up in the air, at least in the United States, in these areas. That's that fourth, 10th house area. But they're saying the fifth house is something that they're pointing you toward. The main message they have is don't be a stuck in the mud. Refusing to embrace new ways of thinking because you're focused on being right will not lead to growth. And work on being more flexible and open-minded. That's something we could all use, right? It's something that we're working on. The reason I say that is the next card I got was a little disappointing, and I'm going to send you some love as I pull this. I got the Five of Cups reversed. This is my disappointment card, rejection, a little insecurity. So sometimes, past issues, emotional baggage, they could keep it from really enjoying the present moment and being happy, because every phase in life has its drawbacks and its sorrows. But dwelling on the past or something that's kind of gone by that they're showing me but isn't that great, is only going to stop your progress. Okay, so they're saying try to separate today's challenges from those in the past, and a guidance from a professional can help you kind of change your perspective, because I did get that reversed hierophant. Maybe getting into either a therapy situation or a professional situation where you can talk to someone safe that honors your information, and you can have a dialogue that goes back and forth to help you maybe reallocate your thoughts, your mind toward a more positive venue moving forward. Okay, because they're also saying don't deny your disappointment as you go through this. Okay, because that's only going to fool yourself temporarily. Just face that pain head on and know that it will pass. Okay, and don't hesitate to seek help when needed, because that's some strong energy. Then I got the Seven of Wands, but it came up reversed. So what this tells me is that fighting right now, fighting up for what you stand and what we believe in, is not really being supported, because you're not going to be necessarily listened to. I would just back up, okay, and reassess and reevaluate. Then I got the 10 of Cups reversed. So I don't know what's going on in the family, but they want you to just kind of be aware of that as well. That is a lot of energy in and around your environment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you some remedies to kind of deal with that fifth house stuff that the eclipse ran over for. There it is, Scorpio rising. Okay, so creativity, children, romance, and education. The best mantra for you is Om Hrim Namaha. And that's a very, very simple mantra. And it's for creativity and nurturing passion. Okay. Your crystal could be sunstone. That enhances joy and creative expression, especially when we're feeling a little, okay. Carnelian is also really good for expression and joy. And a really good herb that I have in my chai tea every morning is cinnamon, because it enhances energy and inspiration and beautiful things like that. And that's really great for fall and makes your house smell amazing. Another thing that makes your house smell amazing are oranges. So you might want to like maybe make some oranges and some cloves, maybe some star anise, some cinnamon, put it on the stove, and just have your whole house smell amazing. Have yourself a nice cup of tea, hold on to your sunstone, do your mantras. Just try to create a really warm and loving space in and around you as you go through some of these things. Okay, because whew, it's a lot of energy around you. I'm excited to see what Shari's got for you, and my heart goes out to you. Okay, hon. Hope that was helpful.
Well, the first thing I pulled was the little oracle, and it says happy, happy, but it came out reversed. And so I had to stop and really read through it. And basically, what it's saying is that life is meant for play as well as work, for laughter as well as tears, for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today. Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment. Miracles lie in silly things. So be willing to be a little silly. That was from the oracle. Okay. And then I pull from you the King of Cups. So this is just a lot of emotion, a lot of love, a lot of. Uh, it's like getting that big warm hug wrapped around you. That's how I think of the King of Cups, because it's like it's like having your papa, your grandpa, your uncle, whoever, come up and give you that hug and just say, "Hey, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine." Because some days we need that a lot. Um, and then I pull for you the Four of Wands. This is celebrating. This is a celebration of successful things. Um, a reminder that not every day is going to be having a party. There are going to be some days when it's kind of, but that's life. So don't worry about it. Still be happy, be joyful. Um, Something that seems to be a running theme tonight from me is be playful like a child. So I have a feeling that Spirit is giving that message to everybody tonight. It's time for us to lighten up and have a little fun. And then the last card I pulled was the Six of Swords. So, are perhaps you're planning a trip or wanting to go somewhere or go see someone. I mean, this is somebody taking a little trip. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going forever. Maybe it's just for a day, a week, a month. But when you look over here, what's leading their way? They've got that big, bright star that's shining that light down on them. So it's not like you're going somewhere in darkness. You're going somewhere, you're following the light. And so to me, that just symbolizes Spirit saying, just keep following the light and you're going to be fine. You're going to have rocky days. You're going to have rough days. That's just life. That's the way it happens. But as long as you keep your chin up and you just focus on the good stuff, you'll get through it. And that's what I got for you.
Oh, I love having you on the show, Shari. You're so encouraging. I love your affirmations. The one for compassion you did, it was either this morning or yesterday, was helpful for me during the day. So we
I think.
appreciate you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I
Yeah.
get so much out of them that
Hmm.
it's like I want other people to feel good too. I tend
Yeah.
to be a half glass full person.
Hmm.
My late husband used to always fuss at me about quit looking through the world with rose-colored glasses on. And I'm like, yeah, but I like to look at the world through rose-colored glasses because the other way is depressing. I don't want to be
Mm.
depressed. I want to feel
Oh,
good. So, yeah, I like to feel good with things, so I like to make sure other people feel good.
okay.
Um,
And Shockwave is having us pray for Texas. So I will go ahead and add Texas to my list tonight. Thank you so much for letting us know. I'll have to look into that. And Maureen's already on it. Maureen, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Love your energy in the chat. It's really fun.
well, I don't know
Okay.
what direction you're going in with Texas, but I know I read today that their attorney general is now suing several of the counties in Texas for trying to invigorate registration to vote.
Wow. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
the Boomer Mill tomorrow, and we're going to be
He's
talking about
suing
how.
them to stop
Yeah, so Jonathan and
registering
I,
to
we
vote.
lost our ability to vote, and we're going to be talking about that on the show yesterday. Yeah, yeah. So that's going to be interesting. There's a lot of states that are going through and they're taking away people's voting rights for stupid reasons. Like for us, it's because we use a PO box because our mail gets stolen out of our apartment complex. So we're going to have to fight that stuff like that. They're trying all kinds of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
So
it's
it,
beyond crazy.
it is, it is. And if you look at the people that are doing it, you can tell that they're doing it on purpose to kind of keep us quiet. So because they're really
Yeah.
freaking out now. So all right. Well, we hope that was
Well,
helpful.
yeah, because not only did Beyonce put her support behind one candidate, Taylor Swift came out and put her support behind the same candidate. Last night, Billie Eilish, however you
Mm-hmm.
say her name,
Billie Eilish, yeah, I
she
love
came
her.
out. She came out in support of the same female candidate
Well, I know
last
that when
night.
Taylor Swift endorsed her, it was like 400,000 young people, like in one day, and they said that the biggest one was Pennsylvania, and they said it was like thousands and thousands of young Pennsylvania voters registered after she did that. And like even her
Yeah.
best friend who was a Trump supporter came out and re-registered as a Democrat. Like it's just crazy what's going on. They're running scared and they're trying to keep our vote silent. So
Yeah.
they're going after our mailboxes, they're going after a lot of stuff. So remain diligent.
And
And
if
yes,
you are registered every week, check your registration. Make sure they haven't
yes,
pulled you.
yes. And Phyllis, I do some medical astrology, obviously for entertainment purposes only, but I do have certifications in medical astrology, and I do questions. And of course, medical files of women is what they're going after, which, come on, that's HIPAA. You can't do that. That's horrible. Well, I hope they're able to fight it. That's just, ugh. All right.
Yeah.
So our next question is from the lovely Mimi. I am going to Korea at the end of October for my official engagement and proposal. Congratulations. How would have our relationship
Awesome.
be after we officially propose? Okay, well that is so exciting, Mimi. Congratulations on your engagement. I have happy news, and I also have some things to watch for you. Okay. The first thing I got, there is going to be a little bit of confusion regarding the communications. Shari mentioned Neptune and those rose-colored glasses. You might be seeing the marriage from rose-colored glasses in the beginning, and we've all done that. Newlyweds, it's like the first 3 years we're just living in paradise, okay? But I got that it's not going to be paradise forever, okay? But you're gonna realize that some of the things that were communicated or said were not, you didn't interpret them correctly. Okay. The reason I say that, and this is just at the beginning, and it'll work out, is I got the 10 of roses, but it came up upside down. Okay. This is you're going to encounter stressful conditions card. There might be some overwork or some responsibilities that you weren't aware of, and it's going to prevent you from thinking clearly. That's why I got Neptune. So define your goals very clearly regarding the proposal and the engagement. Otherwise, you're going to be carrying a heavy load on your shoulders. So you're going to have to set some boundaries immediately. Okay. If you feel like you're being overcommitted and your tendency is to act out in a desperate way, just back up and try to set that boundary with a very calm demeanor. Okay. Because it's, they're going to put a lot of responsibility on you. Okay. So there's also a pattern in your past that they're showing me that can bring some negativity in the beginning. So stay in touch with those you care about, and share your experiences at the beginning so that you don't feel a little blindsided by the communication. Okay. I got that when you do that, things are going to go really well for you. I got the 10 of gems. This is the same with the 10 pentacles. This is the happy family card. Okay. So even though there's going to be some issues with communication, responsibilities, what's expected of you, Mimi, once you're able to set those boundaries and things like that, things are going to work out very well for you. All right. So that's just a little at the beginning that I found, but it will eventually work out for your best, best and brightest. Toward the end, when you do, when right after 10 of Pentacles, I asked, what's going to happen after that. Okay. I got the 6 of wings. It's the same as the 6 of swords. After you kind of dealt with this communication challenge and you've worked through it, then you'll be able to go through happy times again. You're going to go toward peace and tranquility. This is from the Enchanted Love Tarot, and the original tarot is literally it's a couple with swords and a child, and they're moving to a place that's more peaceful, more tranquil. So you might find that the home environment might be very stressful. There's too many expectations put on you. The communication might not be working out, and you might have to go on a trip together and or move to an area that's a little more peaceful to just kind of like mentally relax, okay? Because entering new families, new environments, they can bring out some stressful outcomes in the beginning, but know that by setting your boundaries and maintaining who you are in the dynamic, you're going to push through beautifully, okay? So you're going to weather this storm, you're going to enjoy the moment, and a trip at the end of this is going to be very important to you, and it's really going to revive that beautiful mental state that you need to be in and clear up some of that cloudiness that Neptune is showing me coming into your chart. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, sweetie, and I'm excited to see what Shari has for you.
First thing I pulled was the Ace of Wands. That's brand new start, brand new everything, new, and new joy, new love, new creativity, just everything to the positive. So this is really good. And then here comes Old Faithful again. He just seems to be popping up all night long. King of Cups. So you're looking at something new and exciting that's going to grow into something mature and stable, into that companionship level. Have fun with this while it lasts, and it'll always be there to some degree, but really cherish the time when it moves into this and you're at that companionship level. Because believe me, a lot of couples don't get that far. They start thinking that if it's not this 24/7, something's wrong, we got to start over. No, it's just because as we grow and change, the relationship grows and changes. And then I pull for you, what is holy, what is true? It says recognizing the sacred quality of life, appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace, miracles. So this is here to remind you that there are moments when your entire being, from the physical to the mental to the spiritual to the emotional, everything resonates with the knowing that you were in the right place at the right time with the right person. And that's what's really exciting. That's what I'm picking up from you. Know that whatever is happening, whatever is going on, whatever you're moving through, it's all for the good. Because remember, you got these two guys here reminding you, you've got the joy of the newness and you got the stability of the companionship that's going to come in. And so that's going to last you for a long, long time. Don't worry about what's on the outside, because that's going to change. That's another thing this card is reminding us. It's more important about what's on the inside. You know, Randy Travis, country singer, used to have a song. He had a song called "Always and Forever." And in the song, it talked about, I will love you always and forever. And the video was like during a wedding that they, filmed. But part of the words was that no matter, how did it go? Even if all your hair falls out, even if you get fat, even if, this, that, or the other happens, I'm still going to love you forever and always. It's not going to change. The love doesn't change. It's still there when you're dealing with that level of love. So even when you lose your hair, lose your teeth, lose your trim figure, have to use a walker or a cane to get around, that doesn't mean that that person loves you any less. If anything, it's a reassurance that they're going to love you even more because they're still there with you through thick and thin. And that's what's really important with long standing relationships. When you see people married 50, 60, 70 years, it's because they know that no matter what happens to the outside, inside they still love each other. That's what counts. They can rely on each other. They can depend on each other. And that's what we want to aim for. That's the kind of relationship Spirit wants with us on a personal level. Is not just the fun and glory and cameras and lights of the outside, but to look and have that long-term relationship on the inside and know that it's always there for you. And that's what I got for you. Congratulations.
Okay,
This is
Mimi.
great.
All
Really
right.
like
Well, our heart goes out to you as you navigate this new journey. And yeah,
Absolutely.
just like I said, it looks like it's gonna be okay. You just have to set those boundaries and make sure they know who you are and what's expected of you in this whole thing. But no, it can be a little stressful at first as you step into new things. Oh, I hear you,
Especially
Phyllis.
if
Yeah.
it's a new culture, with a new
Yeah.
culture, that can really don't beat up on yourself too much if you don't get things right away, or if you
Yeah.
miss something that someone that grew up with that culture would get right away. It's going to take you a little time, and but know that you'll get there.
You're getting lots of love in the chat, Mimi. Aw, that's great. All right. Okay, so and God bless you too, Phyllis. And she goes, yes, and he's coming back to the US next October so I can fully meet everyone. Oh, that's good. All right. Well, best of luck with that, Mimi.
Awesome.
All right. Sending love to you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with us. And yes, Phyllis, I'm praying things are going to get better for just the stories on immigration and things too. I find them very upsetting. I'm sending you lots of love
Yes.
as you navigate that. You're not the only one, sweetie. Okay,
No,
so
not even.
our next question is Shem and then Katie, and then we're just going to do some quick one cards for lightning round unless we get a tip, okay? So let me find your question, Miss Shem. So Shem is Aries, March 30th. Okay, that would be a Pisces and sidereal. That explains your psychicness, Shem. I love that sign for you. So I'm going to give you some remedies for that. And you just want a general. Okay, you got it. So I'll give you your reading, and then I'm going to give you your remedies for your planetary remedies, okay? So the first cards that I got for your general was I got Sagittarius, Jupiter, and third house. You are being asked to step up and really mediate as a communicator. Okay, this is a fiery communicator, but it's very good at mediating. Jupiter is the guru, represented by Brihaspati Devi. He is the preceptor to the devas. So he does all of the pujas, all of the prayers, all of the mantras, and he gives the gods advice. Okay, so this is a really good card to get. And then I got third house of communication. So there is something inside of you that needs to be communicated that's coming from spirit that can help an interesting situation going on. You are the first person that got this card upright. You need to actually stand up for your beliefs. Okay. Get ready to defend your personal beliefs, your values, because this card represents a time in your life when you will be challenged to do so. Okay, Shem. It won't be easy. It's going to require some courage, like the guy in the card here. There's a lot of assertiveness here. So just hold steadfast to those beautiful values and resist the temptation to compromise on important issues. Even if you find yourself fighting this battle alone, you will emerge victorious with determination and unwavering faith because you have the devas behind you. Okay. Do not back down, is what they're saying. Okay. They're okay. What thought are you guys giving me? Okay. What sets a hero apart from a coward is the ability to fight despite fear. Okay, and I'm talking about being assertive. Okay, because I got the communications card for this. So they're saying tap into your inner strength and find a balance between your assertiveness and your spirituality, because Brihaspati is all about that beautiful house, ninth house of spirituality. And this combination can shape your character and really strengthen your commitments. There is a supporter in the wings for you, and it is a very empathic male. I got the Knight of Cups for his energy. He's really good. This is my card for Jeff. He's really is an amazing poet, and he can be very charming. Okay, this is someone who embraces that poetic side of life. So this is someone who's charming and romantic. They're not afraid to share their feelings. They kind of might wear their heart on their sleeve a little bit. They're romantic, and they're really good at their emotional goals. And if you're feeling like you are struggling to make your voice heard, to communicate what needs to be done. This person can be a really good ear. Okay. What else? Yeah, they're going to help you balance your emotional state a little bit, because it's not going to be easy as you go through this. All right. Whew, that's the overall energy. So I'm going to go ahead and give you your planetary remedies. I'm going to do it for Pisces. This is sidereal calculation, okay? Because March 30th is Sun in Pisces, okay? And this is, the Sun is all about how we stand up for ourselves. Now, the eclipse happened in the first house, which is the cells of the self. So that explains why this energy is coming your way. This is about yourself, your identity, your body, your appearance. So a really good mantra for you is Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. And that can offer you spiritual protection and self-awareness, okay? You can also do Jupiter's mantra. This is very simple. Om Guruve Namaha, Om Guruve Namaha, Om Guruve Namaha. And that calls in your guides for help. A really good crystal to work with during meditation would be clear quartz. That can amplify clarity and help you step into that personal empowerment and defend your communications, your beliefs. And then a really good herb is Tulsi. I don't know if you've ever had Tulsi tea. It is excellent. It's called holy basil, and it promotes spiritual balance, clarity, and purification. If you do aromatherapy, frankincense and myrrh are both good. Frankincense brings spiritual awareness and grounding as you stand your ground, and myrrh you can get inner strength and spiritual growth from. So any of those things, if they sound good, you can step into those and they can kind of help you through the situation that's at hand. Okay, Shem? Let's see if you've said anything. Yes, you're working on it. Okay, and how will I know this person? They will be a more masculine type of personality, very empathic, understanding, someone that you can trust on an emotional level, and you can talk to them. Okay, I hope that was helpful, Shem. I'm really excited to see what Shari's got for you. And hi, Jacqueline. Good to see you, sweetie.
The first thing I pulled was a Ten of Pentacles.
Ooh.
This is just good all the way around, man.
Oh, heck yeah.
Good for family, good for love, good for finances, good, just good. Just good.
Mm-hmm.
Big, bold stamp. Good.
Woo.
Neon lights flashing. Yeah, you got the jackpot there. So I just stopped at that one with the tarot cards. Like, I'm not even going to go any further. And and then I pulled gratitude is dreaming. And it talks about gratitude is the most powerful manifesting energy in the world. Appreciation for all life, from shiny happy parts to the dark challenges, creates an energy that is magnetic to miracles, to love, to purpose, to synchronicities. According to the law of praise, when we are sincerely thankful in advance of seeing evidence of our desires in the material world, this acts as a quickening agent that draws to us the best that life has to offer. And that goes in more than just the material world. It goes in every aspect of our lives. When we're filled with gratitude, when we're grateful for what we have, even if we don't have it yet, but we're trying to manifest it, one of the strongest resources for manifesting is to be grateful for it now before you even get it. You know, every day, thanks, Spirit. Thank you for that new car. I just can't stop smiling. I'm so happy that car is going to make me so happy. That's all they hear, is that you're grateful for that car. So guess what? That car is going to get to you a little bit sooner than maybe it would have normally gotten to you. Or the person, someone that you want to find your soulmate with, you know. Be grateful for who it is, what kind of person you're looking for. Be grateful for that person now, because maybe they're not with you right this moment because they're not ready yet, and Spirit is still working on them. And so you just have to be grateful for who it is that they're going to bring to your door. And there's nothing that can beat gratitude. Absolute. And that's what I got.
Okay, thank you so much, Shari. And Shem says,
You're
thank you for
welcome.
all the jewelry sold. That's wonderful. She goes, wow, love it. That's great. Woohoo! So yeah, you've got some,
Oh,
that
she sells
explains a lot.
jewelry?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you better send me your link, darling, because that's my one weakness is bling. So, it's
Oh, Shari, I worked as a jeweler. That's hilarious. I love that. And yeah, so Shem
I
is into
worked
that as well.
for I worked for a jewelry wholesaler for a while, years ago. My job was to take orders from jewelers who would call in wanting to purchase diamonds and rubies and emeralds and pearls and gold and platinum, and we had to keep a running total. We had to constantly keep up with the latest, what gold was selling for, what platinum was selling for. I got to see some stuff that just
Did you
I
get to
got to see
assay as
some
well?
diamonds that were just Siberian diamonds are like the most beautiful diamonds in the world. They are
Oh,
like the sharpest, the clearest, the cleanest that you can see. And I got to see one that was probably this big around.
hmm.
It was breathtaking.
And they can trust you because
Okay,
that's
thank
why,
you.
yeah.
You know, I got to see the smelting room when they used to take us over because I worked in sales and they used to take us over to the manufacturing side once a week so we could see different aspects of the company to help us with our sales. And we actually got to take a trip to the smelting room one time where we saw them melting the gold and the different alloys and if it was going to be 18 karat or 12 karat or rose gold or white gold or and all. It was fascinating to watch how they did all of that, or the gemstone room where just rows of people with these conveyor belts with nothing but anything from itty bitty bitty diamond chips or jewel tips to big old honkers, that just go through and put them together in whatever the order was calling for. It was fascinating. Because most of our clients were the jewelers that bought everything wholesale to create the jewelry. I mean, there was some stuff that we created in house, but most of it, yeah, it was just we just sold the raw materials. So it was fascinating. I learned so much. I only worked there for like 6 months, but it was a fascinating job.
Oh yeah,
I learned.
I loved the saying gold and the stuff that people would bring in was very interesting. It was a lot of fun to work with as well. I love that you did
Yeah.
that too. That's your Taurus. I have a
Um,
Taurus ascendant, by the way. Taurians, we sidereal Taurians, we have a thing for gems. And I'm wondering if yours is in Rohini because that is very special
oh,
with gems and working
I
with
don't
gems.
know. Maybe so. But,
Maybe. Yeah, Rohinis are known for that. That's my ascendant. And I had a jewelry store for a while. So I love that you have that in you might have that in your chart as well. And it sounds like it's Shem. That's really cool. I love that for
oh
you.
yeah,
So
it was great.
congratulations. Yeah. Okay. And oh, Shockwave, that's my husband. Yeah, he got me into tech and trained me up. So I hear you there. So,
I
and I did
work
get
in
your,
computer science department. And I don't
uh-huh.
know the first
So
thing.
there you go. You
I
have that in
know,
common with
I
us.
know, I know enough to get myself in trouble. Is what it is.
And we love you too, Shem. Thanks for joining us, honey. Okay. All right, yeah, Shockwave. My battery has not been charging since the eclipse, and I'm down to 50%. And so we're gonna have to take apart my whole computer, but I can't do it till after the show. So we're already looking at batteries, and we're gonna take everything apart because this guy he was selling and putting together his own computers in the 80s. So it's just amazing to live with someone
My
like that.
computer was home built. My son put it together for me.
There you go. I love
So it
mines like
does
that.
things that most computers you buy off the shelf don't do.
Don't, yeah.
And I
Mm-hmm.
don't have things on it that I would never use anyway that
Bingo.
they load on them, and it's like, why do I need that crap? I don't use that. So,
Yeah.
um, and I mean, I get whenever he upgrades anything, I get the cast offs, which is
Oh,
still like
hey,
top of the
whatever,
line,
for
So
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what Jonathan does with his family. It's like when they need like a new setup in their computer area, he'll just bring all of his parts over and do it because they were teachers. So, and then marine, oh, I love aquamarines and emeralds. That's emeralds are really good for Mercury energy, improving the intellect. The best day to put it on would be today,
I love
Wednesday.
jewel tones. Yeah,
Miraculous,
jewel
Mercury
tone
today.
colors are my favorite. I
For
like
sure.
pastels. There's a place for it, but
That's
I am
Venus.
automatically drawn to jewel tones, the deep, rich,
Mm,
the
that's very
burgundies and
solar.
the greens and the blues and the
Hmm.
yeah, I love that stuff.
I love that too. And then Jacqueline also married a tech man. Yeah, we love our tech men. And ooh, surprise moon show this week. I'll look that up, Shockwave. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're great for grounding for sure. We got to stay grounded for sure. All right. Okay, so let's get to we have looks like two tippers. We have two tippers left. We have Katie Graves and we have Maureen D'Amico. Okay. So let me find your question, Miss Katie. And I know you just reposted it. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Um,
That helps a lot when y'all do that.
so it's about a connection with a Libra. Oh, that's why I got Cancer seventh house. Okay. 30th September 1963, Sag. Okay. He has a lot going on, and I think the friendship connection would be best, but a general reading will be fine. Okay. Well, I did do a love reading for you because my cards literally said Cancer in seventh house. So you're emotionally considering a long-term commitment with this person is what I'm getting from the cards. You can correct me if you want, but I'm getting that it might not be you're going with your intuition and and yes, Jacqueline, we do have you in the queue. Just wait. We're going to go ahead and do our tippers first, and then we're going to go into lightning round. Okay, sweetie. All right. So this tells me that you're making an emotional commitment to someone new, which is really exciting. So I asked my cards what the overall relationship would work or look like. Okay, and I did get the star reversed. Okay, this is hmm. So you may not have felt like a star lately, and both of you might need a little bit of well deserved healing right now. Only that can make your relationship stronger. This tells me that there might be some hopelessness and maybe some feelings involved that the love path is. You're not really sure how to trust or believe this person yet. You haven't stepped into this hopeful butterflies. I might like this person energy. Okay. And that's because you may have lack faith in yourself because friends and lovers have let you down in the past. And that's something that is definitely something we all carry around. They did say that you've lowered your expectations a little bit because of this. So do a little bit of inner work here. A lot of us can do that because when we go through these difficult times, disillusionment replaces formerly hopeful attitudes. Okay. So getting caught up in criticism and doubt is going to create doubt, and that's going to cut into having a successful or healthy relationship. Okay. So there's some caution going on between both parties. There's some reluctance uh, to make a commitment right now. Just the timing right now. Okay, it may appear that you might be focusing a little bit more on the mistakes and other things that could come out because you are still coming from a little bit of wounding, broken promises, problems, things like that. So if you're hesitating to get involved in a relationship or you're kind of cynical about some opportunities that it can bring because of these past disappointments, try not try kind of stepping back from any hurt or unfulfilled dreams from the past because it will weaken your chances for improvements in the future. That's the main little block that I saw. Okay, sweetie. And I pulled a card for how you would feel in the relationship as it is now, the way that things are going now, status quo. All right. And I got the Queen of Gems reversed. Okay. So again, this is a maybe card because if you're looking to manifest the love that you want, you're going to have to start appreciating them for who they are on the inside. And in order to do that, and I know what you do, you're going to have to let go of some of the hurt, the rejection, the stuff from the past. That's the main thing that I see. I don't think it's time. I'm hoping to have a friendship connection, wondering if possible. Uh, well, what I'm getting is that a friendship might be better for you, but beware of overspending, beware of the finances a little bit here, okay? Because when she comes up upside down, that there might be a little bit of issue there. The main thing that I'm getting is that there is some stuff that needs to be worked out on both sides to ensure that trust can be had. And if you want to determine whether or not that is going to be fulfilled, having a friendship first is key. I was friends with my husband for years before we entered any kind of dating relationship. And it was because I was going through a really bad divorce and I was coming from a place of hurt and pain, and I was not ready to step into any kind of relationship. I wasn't even looking at him. Okay. Like we were just, working together and hanging out, and he was a good friend and he helped me through some stuff. But it was years before I even saw him that way because I was coming from a place of hurt. Okay. So, if right, jumping in right now can negatively affect the status of the relationship. So oh my gosh. Okay. They're showing me some stuff. Give me a second. Okay. They're saying take classes and things you really enjoy, like hobbies. It could be cooking, it could be pottery, it could be painting, it could be something that you really, really enjoy doing. Start taking these classes and just letting your guard down and enjoying the process, and you might meet someone special. That's what they're saying, because you need to kind of step out of your headset and your analytical vibe. And in stepping into one of these classes, you'll be slightly distracted and you'll find people that are interested in the same stuff you were interested in. Okay, he's separated. That's what I'm picking up on. He's not ready yet. Okay, so uh, if you want to start a friendship that is somewhat supported, but know that he's not ready, and you're not quite ready either, based on that reverse Queen of Gem energy that I got. Okay, and that the separation right now is causing a lot of financial hurdles in his life as well. Okay, so your gut connection is correct. I would stay with a friendship connection. I would keep it casual, just do fun things and not make it into anything big, because both sides are not ready for a big commitment, not yet. Okay, sweetie, I hope that was helpful, and I'm excited to see what Shari's got for you.
Well, first thing I got was the King of Wands. So you're looking at somebody who's very affectionate, very passionate, but I don't get a lot of commitment. And then I pull the Knight of Wands, and that just kind of emphasizes that point, because the Knight of Wands is somebody who's looking for a booty call, who has, let's go play around some, but we're not looking at long-term committed relationships here. And here you are, the Queen of Cups. You're looking for that long-term committed relationship. Now, this person may be the right person for you, and they're just not in that place yet to make that long-term commitment. That's down the road as far as they're looking. So you may have to just be friends, just if there's an occasional booty call with that, hey, whatever floats your boat. But for now, just be friends and let him see your true inner strength when it comes to commitments of relationships. Because a lot of times for someone, and it doesn't matter male or female, who is not at that point yet of wanting to make that commitment, a lot of times what lets them work out for themselves that they finally are ready for that commitment is when they're around someone who lives that, someone that they can see who's loyal to her friends, loyal to her family. She's committed. She's dependable. She's always there with, a bowl of soup or a hug or, whatever. It's better to just be friends now and move into that long-term committed relationship later than it is the other way around. And unfortunately, far too many people, they get that spurt, they get that going, and they jump in too fast, too soon, and a few years down the road, and it gets really ugly really fast because both or one realize this isn't the relationship I want, but this isn't the type of relationship I want, or this isn't the person that I thought I wanted. So that's where taking your time, just being friends, can be a really good thing. And then I pulled the gratitude card again. So once again, this is Spirit telling us, be grateful for what you have, even if you don't have it yet. Every day, get up and be thankful that you're bringing into my life the perfect person to spend my life with. And maybe it's somebody else. Maybe this person is just someone to help you redefine exactly what it is that you want. You know, don't close any doors. Leave all options open. You don't have that committed relationship with this person. So don't tie yourself down and they're not, is what I usually tell people. You know, if they're wanting to go out and party and do things and date other people, fine, let them go. Do that. We'll just be buddies. I've got my own people I can date and go out and have fun with. Don't be the one that's sitting at home. Oh, woe is me. He or she is out again with their buddies and not spending time with me. That's no way to be. You know, go out and have your own damn fun. Go hang out with the people you enjoy hanging out with. You very well might get the right one, the real right one, show up when you're somewhere else, you know, enjoying yourself. So be grateful for what's coming, like you already have it. Be faithful, be loyal, be committed. Mirror what it is that you're looking for. Because if you're putting it out, you're going to get it back. And when it comes to Mr. Booty Call here, you know, let's just be buddies for right now. And who knows, you know, he may wake up one day and go, whoa, wait a minute. That is who I want to be with. And hopefully by that point you haven't moved on. So, you know.
When we get the Queen of Pentacles reversed, it's an ungrounded card, and no one wants to feel ungrounded. But I tapped into that energy a little bit, and that is the previous relationship. There's still a lot of financial entanglements, and you don't want to get involved in that. So there's that too. It's not your homework, okay? And she says, mirror, yes, yeah. So
yeah,
know that
if you put out what it is you want in, Spirit will bring it to you.
There we go. All right. And that actually, the best way to do that is to find a hobby or something that you really enjoy and go do that. And you can meet someone that has something in common with you and that you could connect with and start a friendship with that might lead to something more. That's how I met my husband. And again, we had years of
my sisters-in-law, my husband's sisters, they still don't understand why I never remarried. They don't get it. They're like, why aren't you remarried? I said, yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need to do it again. I did
be
that.
Alone.
You know.
Yeah.
I am perfectly content with just myself. I don't need somebody else. And I still feel married. So, you know, and it's like that feeling never went away. And now I actually probably talk to him more now in spirit than I did when we were both alive and breathing, you know. So it just, you know, and like I told Spirit, if there's somebody that you want me to be with for the rest of my life, you got to come park his butt right at my front door knocking, because I'm not going to go looking. So, you know, I mean, that's just the place I'm in now. Because I did the dating thing afterwards. You know, I tried going back out to that world.
Yeah.
And after about 6 months, I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. And I don't worry about it. So, yeah, I just do what I like to do. And I have my friends, I have my family, I have, my spiritual practice now that maybe I never would have opened that door back up had I jumped into another relationship. So I think I'm right where Spirit wanted me to be. You know,
I think so too. I think that's beautiful, Shari. And you remind me of Betty White and her first marriage. And they always question why she never remarried. And she goes, I did that already.
Yeah.
And when she passed away, they said her last words were her husband's name and he had come for her. So it was a really beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So, and she has a lot of Pisces placements in her chart as well. It'd be interesting to see.
I think of my father-in-law. He died exactly 19 years to the day, to the hour of the day, as his first wife, the mother to all his children. He had
Wow.
remarried a couple of times after she passed, but
Mm.
he didn't have children with anybody else.
Mm.
But he died the same day, the same hour of the day.
Wow.
And uh, according to those who witnessed what happened, 1 second he was plain old normal, and he just went that fast.
Yeah.
But when he did, he went with a smile, like with a grin from ear to ear.
Yeah.
It's like he saw what was there, and he was ready for it. And all my brothers and sister-in-laws, they were all like, "Mama came and got Daddy." That's just the way they looked at it. And it's
Yeah.
kind of weird to see them because they're buried right next to each other.
Well, the
And
the death
except for
chart is
me,
this, we call it a prajna chart, the death chart, and it's the legacy that we leave behind. So it's possible, and this is in a few Vedic texts that I read, that this could have been a soul that split up to get double the karma done and then rejoined because they died on the same day. So it's possible they
yeah,
were a two-souled person that split up to get both jobs done, and then they rejoined. So that is possible because
that's
we,
it.
yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, but when it's bad enough when you look, it's hard enough looking at the headstones. It's the same day, different years, but the same day.
Yeah,
But
that's
it was the
interesting.
same hour of the day is what
Yes.
convinced all the kids that
Oh,
no,
yeah. That does
Mama
happen.
came
It's
and
called the
got Daddy.
prajna,
Yeah,
which is the legacy
yeah,
chart. I love studying those. That's
yeah.
amazing. Thank you for sharing this, Sherry. That's
I
incredible.
hadn't thought about that in a long time. It just now hit me. So,
I want to say hi to David. He's new here. Welcome, David.
hi,
We love our
David.
Canadians. I'm from the Seattle area and Sherry's from Louisiana. So welcome, welcome.
I'm down in the
Okay.
swamp, honey.
Oh, yeah. That's why we have the beautiful
Well, we got
background.
2 more possible hurricanes brewing out there, so
Oh my
we'll see
goodness.
what
Oh,
happens. Yeah.
well, prayers for Sherry for
It's
sure.
that time of year.
I've been through
It
more than one of
doesn't I don't
those.
get like all I know some people get all freaked out about it. It's like, it
Well,
is
you've
what
had
it
that
is.
many.
I've been through so many that I mean, I have ridden out 3 Cat 5s, and I'm
Hmm.
still here to tell the tale. So it's
Yeah,
like I've been through Cat 2s that were worse than Cat 5s.
yeah.
I
I've been
mean, it
through
just
hurricanes,
depends
typhoons,
on
earthquakes. Yeah.
where you're at when it hits, and
Hmm.
is it full, is it during uh full tide or tide out, and it just there's all these different factors that go along with it that I've just never been through one yet that I just heard get out and get out now. So
Oh yeah, Jacqueline. I went through it was Hurricane Andrew in Florida. That
yeah,
was crazy. Yeah.
I
All right.
remember when Andrew hit us,
Mm.
lost Florida, went back into the Gulf, re-strengthened to a 5, and went right up the Atchafalaya Basin, which
Oh
is
my
3
Lord.
miles from me. I
Oh
mean, my
Lord.
husband and I sat out on the front porch and watched it come in. It was like great lightning show.
Oh,
Everybody thought it
Janindra.
was,
Okay.
and
Wow.
it looked like somebody had exploded a nuclear bomb in the swamp. I mean, everything was laid flat. It was the
Wow.
wild thing in the world. But and it went straight up the swamp. I mean, um, yeah, it
Okay.
just you just never know. So
So we do have our last question and before a really quick lightning round, and it's from Maureen. And Maureen is asking, when will the house sell that I'm renting and looking forward to a new landlord? Okay. And yes, we will. Oh, hi, Viviani. Welcome, honey. And then just to let you guys know, while we're doing Maureen's reading, if you want to do lightning round, Joyful Jen, you need to check in. James Med 4. If you weren't John, who we did a reading for earlier, please check in. Shockwave, I see you in the chat. Moonfox Knight, Marie Line Hatch, Joshua Miller, and Dr. Priya, the Throne of the Empress, Judy, and Jacqueline. Those are our last bit. And we're just going to pull a quick card for you, go back and forth so you guys can see our chops. And then we're going to have to close because we're over 2 hours now. Okay. So Maureen, I'm
oh
getting a
really?
not
Oh
yet.
wow.
I'm getting a not yet, and for this reason. Okay. I got Uranus and Gemini in the third house. This tells me that there are some communications that need to go forward. Otherwise, it can cause a little bit of a tower moment for you. I'm going to go ahead and read them across because when I get a planet, I get a sign and I get a house. It tells a story. These are the karma cards. An unusual example of the information to explain your ideas, a different way of looking at communications about short-term thinking or trips, an unexpected change resulting from fluctuations in who and is what around you. Now, Uranus is a lightning planet. I call him my Indra planet. He's the one that brings us those hurricanes, okay? So Uranus, stir up the situation by using what you want to be known and by making the right connections. So reaching out, looking for different ways to approach the housing situation because you're not in a place right now to make a decision. Be open to new ideas about what is believed about the idea in question and invent a way to use the quickest way to get your ideas going. So there is a communicative block regarding the sale of the house and the sale of the house and moving forward. There's some kind of miscommunication, something going on there. Okay, thank you guys for checking in. I see you. All right. So I asked what was going on. You can tell me if this is you or this is the landlord. I think you might be the Queen of Cups here, but I did get I got the Two of Pentacles, okay, and the Queen of Cups. What this tells me is you need to stay centered right now. One of the biggest challenges of life today is trying to like juggle all of these multiple tasks and responsibilities that come our way because the age of technology is the now generation. It's like you can tell just by the way people drive that it's the consciousness is it's not as patient as it used to be. So it's important to adapt as we move through all of these like really quick changes that are happening. So during the next period, they're showing me you're going to be juggling a lot, various jobs, projects, areas of your life, relationships, career, family. So embrace the art of multitasking, and that's going to be your best ally because what it's going to help you do is manage all of this energy coming your way. When you reflect on the changes that you made in the past, both comfortable and uncomfortable, and you see the current call for a change as an opportunity rather than a burden, you're going to move forward with this energy a lot better. So
Yeah.
Picture yourself, we were just talking about hurricanes. Picture yourself at the calm center of the hurricane and maintain your composure amidst the swirling chaos. Okay. Because I got that there's just something about the housing thing. Okay. So there's an unstable time that could come, but just hold on to those ideas and values that hold significance for you and embrace the change by staying very centered emotionally and spiritually and just learn to shift gears when needed because they're showing me a stick shift. Okay. The reason I say that is I got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Something is not going to work out on a material level. I got the Four of Cups reversed. Someone's not going to be prepared for something, or they're not going, he might be passing up on an offer or something like that, and it's not going to work out. And then I got the Ace of Swords reversed, which tells me that mentally the person involved is not thinking clearly or looking at the situation realistically. So try not to get in the middle of it. Try not to get in the middle of the balancing and the craziness and things like that. I think the Queen of Cups was upright. So it could be you, and she might be the one juggling, and you're watching all of this and going, huh. So what that tells me is to use your divine intuition, step in when necessary, but for the most part, just kind of stay out of this because this person's going through a chaotic moment, both communicatively and in a lot of other areas as well, especially with that Eight of Swords reversed. They're not on the same mental plane realistically. So I hope that was helpful, Maureen. It's not there. There is no yes or no yet because everything is literally up in the air. But I am excited to see if Shari found out anything for you. Did you get anything, Shari?
I pulled a Chariot.
Okay.
So you're looking at once things get going, they're going to get going. So right now it may take a little bit for everything to start happening. But once the wheels get into motion, you're going to charge right ahead. And then I pull the Knight of Swords. So you're looking at a lot of good mental clarity, a lot of strength. Knight of Swords tends to be a take charge kind of person. Let's go. Let's do this. Everybody line up. Here we go. And then I pull the Page of Pentacles. So you're looking at there is benefit to all. Just don't jump the gun. Take your time. Make sure that you're going the direction that you want to go in. But I think everything is going to come out all right. And then I pull for you a way out of the weeds. And it talks about feeling confused, feeling stuck, like you're in a marsh, like you're down here in the swamp with me and you're just stuck in the muck and you can't get out. That's what it's like. This is when you have to not struggle, because that's our instinct, is to start struggling and fighting against it. But when you're stuck in the muck, what does that do? It makes you more stuck. You're stucker, I guess, if you want to make that into a word. Instead, you have to relax, take a deep breath, calm down, and then you can kind of move your way out of there. You start praying for clarity, and the weeds will start to part, and you'll find your way through whatever that muck is that you're stuck in. It's giving you a chance to focus on the big picture. What exactly is it that you want? What direction is it that you exactly want to go in? Once you get to that point, then just relax into it, because if you start fighting against it or trying to force things to happen, you're just going to get more stuck, and you don't want that. As you kind of sit back and contemplate, take a breath, see what direction you're going to go in, Spirit's going to light up for you like a neon sign and say, go this way, go that way, stop here. You can go ahead another couple of weeks and then hold up. It's a matter of tuning in to what Spirit is telling you, because they will lead you. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, divine source, they will give you what you need in the time that you need it. If you go according to, say, what the Bible says, it will tell you that God will only light the next stone that you're stepping on. It doesn't light the whole path. So you have to take each step in faith that the next step is going to be lit up, and there's going to be something there for you to step out onto.
Like the hermit, yeah.
I immediately, when I started looking through this, I got the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark, the third one, when he was with his dad, and they went to get the Holy Grail.
Oh, and he had to put the pebbles out.
Thing, and it was like this huge chasm, and he's looking at it going, I can't get across that. When it dawns on him, it's a leap of faith. I just have to step out and trust. And when he did, that's when you discovered that there was actually a walkway there the whole time.
Yep.
But if he'd have freaked out and tried to jump or something, he would have missed it and never made it. And so that's a lot of times when Spirit talks to me, it's movie scenes or TV scenes that play in my head. And
me too.
And so that's exactly what they showed me, was that, Harrison Ford's character of just stopping and taking a breath and going, it's a leap of faith, and having to resolve that within himself, that no matter what I think I believe, I have to believe what I've always been taught. And that's going to get me there. And that was right. That was the right choice for him. And so that's, I think, how Spirit teaches all of us, is we have to relax into it, and they will light up the next stone for our path. So you can take the next step and the next step. Because if you see the whole row, you may turn around and go the other way. There may be things there that you don't want to see, but that you still need to go through. So that's why they only show you one step at a time. So that with each step you get stronger, you get stronger, you get stronger. So that when you come up against those items that would make you turn tail and run, by the time you get there, you're ready for it. You're prepared. It's like no big deal. And so that's part of the blessing of only having one step at a time revealed. That's how I've always looked at it anyway. So
I love that. And Jackie put your channel in again. So if you haven't just subscribed
Thank
to Shari, please
you.
do. And all right, here we go. So we are going to go ahead into lightning rounds. Do, 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 do. And I saw that Joyful Jen was in and James was there. So I'm going to go ahead and do Joyful Jen. Would you like to take James Med? And James Med is asking, please, when will I get a job? Does that sound good, Shari?
Okay.
All right. So, Jen, will you get a job offer in the next month? Yes. I pulled 10th house and Venus before you even asked. Like, before I even looked at your question, I got career and Venus. Here's the warning. Okay. Look at the pay structure. They might be undervaluing you. Make sure it's not cutting into your relationships and your personal life. And use your intuition to make sure there's not anyone lurking around the office that's going to project their negativity on you. So be very, very mindful before jumping in and taking a position. Okay, that it's a yes, but just be mindful. All right, sweetie. I hope that was helpful. And then we have James.
Well, the first thing I pulled was the Four of Cups. So, don't ignore what you already have. The fourth item is coming. So, even if you don't feel like you're getting anything in right now, it's coming. Because then I pull the Star. And that's just telling me right then and there that what you need is going to be fulfilled. Don't fight against it. I also pull it out of the weeds again. So don't fight against it. Just go with that flow, because it may take a little bit, but boom, that star shows up and you're good to go. So, yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, it's what I'm feeling. It may not be tomorrow, but it's going to be when it's the right time.
All right, sounds great. I'm going to do Shockwave, and let me see if Moonfox Night checked in. I'm looking. I'm not seeing Moonfox Night, so let me go down the list. Marie Lynn Hush. I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on. Moonfox Night, Marie, Joshua Miller. Let me see if any of you guys checked in. Not seeing you. Okay, so check in if you're here. Let us know. And then we have the lovely Dr. Priya, the Throne of Empress, Judy, and Jacqueline. That's our lightning round, folks, okay? So go ahead and check in. Let us know you're here, guys. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and get to Shockwave because you're here. And let's see. Jacqueline is here. So do you want to take Jacqueline's question? She's going through a health challenge.
Sure, I can take that.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do Shockwave. Okay, any message from my guides? Okay, I got some really interesting cards for you, Shockwave. I got the Sun and I got Saturn. They're enemies in the chart. Okay, the reason for that is Saturn is the son of Surya, the sun, and his mother was not his birth mother, and it caused a little bit of an issue in the Vedas. But what it represents is that there is always an issue with authority when I get this combination. Saturn is all about disciplining ourselves, serving the collective, doing hard work, doing the stuff that we don't really want to do to work on ourselves. And he forces us to work on our karma. The sun is the king. He's the ego. He's all of our desires, our obsessions, what we want to do in life. It's the main personality we bring into this plane of existence. And so what I'm getting is that you're a bit at odds with how to serve and then how to project yourself moving forward. Now, the sun just aspected Saturn, and the sun was in Leo and Saturn was in Aquarius, and they were their own signs. So Saturn is telling you you really need to focus on your responsibilities to the collective, and the sun is like, shine, 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 get recognition, get that love, get that get those accolades, right? So there's a little bit of a tug of war here. All right. I asked what they're going to be helping you work with. They're going to be reallocating your friends and the people that you have in and around you. You might have some friends with some negative behavior patterns, people that are not satsang. Satsang is the Sanskrit term for good company. And good company is all about hanging out with people that align with our energy, our vibration, and our values in that moment. And those values and that energy can change. And what that tells me is you're going through an energy shift in this area. You're going more from an egoistic way of being and seeing things and having fun and doing all those great things to a more service-based mindset. When you step out of these more toxic connections, it will open the door for a better interpersonal relationship for you. Okay, so that is a good thing that's coming when that thinning occurs. Okay, so that's the main message from the guides. I'm excited to know what that's all about. Come back, let us know how you're doing, and really appreciate sharing your energy with us. So Jacqueline is next, and she's going through a health challenge. And I will get to you, Judy, next, okay? And Sam, I did not see you in lightning round. Go ahead and give me your question, okay, sweetie? And I'll make sure that we do a quick one for you, okay? And we're still waiting. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we're still going on Moon Fox Knight, Marie Lean Hush, Joshua Miller, Dr. Priya, The Throne of Empress. Okay, and then I'm going to do Judy next. Okay. All right. Thank you, Shari.
Oh, no, you're welcome. I just pulled the one oracle since it's kind of a lightning round. But I pulled for you the emergence of protection. And this is talking about the need for protection implies the existence of a threat that must be guarded against. So if you're looking at a health challenge, then that's when you're going to call in protection from your guides, from source, from your ancestors, for everyone to come in and be around you and to give you that protection and to allow whatever is going to be done by the doctors, whoever, to guide their hands, to guide them to make the right decisions. It makes it safer and easier for us to move through this world when we call in spirit and say, okay, I'm having a challenge. XYZ is happening. I need your protection. I need your input. What do I do next? And they'll tell you. One of the ways is to shield your energy, and that's by setting up healthy boundaries. Start drinking lots of water. Pay attention to what you eat. Make sure that you're. And I'm one to talk, right? I'm this big around, so I'm almost as wide as I am tall. You just roll me down the hall. But it's important, especially when you're dealing with a health challenge, to make sure that you're putting the right foods in your body to help you combat that challenge. Depending on what it is, there may be certain foods that's best for you to eat during that time because it allows your body to build up whatever's needed to fight that off. And there may be certain foods that it's best to stay away from because it's just going to make you weaker in response. But set up those boundaries for yourself, for others. Trust that the divine protection that you're asking for, you have to trust that it's there, and it will be. But you have to give that trust. You have to give that faith that what it is you're asking for is right there for you. And that's what I got for you.
Okay, Jacqueline, we're sending you lots of love, and I'm sorry to hear you're going through a health challenge, sweetie. With your permission, I can give you a mantra at the end here, okay, sweetie? All right, so I see that Judy and Katie and Sam are here. I did not see anyone else check in. So I'm going to go ahead and do Judy. Sam, I'm not getting your question. If you can go ahead and ask a question, I can go ahead and do your question for you. So this is Katie's question. Shari, where to live based on from October through December? Okay. Where to live be based on? Like just a general, I guess, reading for where to be in October and December. Okay. And then I will get to Judy's. My son had a past life regression today. Will it help his bipolar disorder and alcoholism? I have good news. Yes. I'm actually very happy with these cards. I got the fourth house. That's the house of support, mother. I got the second house. This is the house of savings, but it also rules food and what we put into our bodies. And then this is if this came up upside down, I would have said no. It came up right side up. He's going to start forming hopefully better connections with people and moving forward. and it can happen quickly, because I did get the Eight of Wands. Okay, so it will help him with his recovery, what he had done today. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'm glad that I got some good cards, but his friendships and the people that he hangs around with need to change, and that's going to be the big thing that comes out of this, is what I got. Better company, people that don't practice those bad habits. So I hope that was helpful, Judy. Okay. Oh, okay. So Katie is asking where she should base herself, Airbnb or whatever, for the rest of the year. Okay, got it, Katie. All right. Thanks for clarifying, sweetie.
Well, I pulled for you all the blessings everywhere. So that seems to me that you're looking at gifts from the universe for synchronicities to happen. As you start looking for what's the best direction is going to show up, and doors are going to open in ways that, if it's not right to go in direction A, then those doors are going to shut and you're not going to have anything opened up to you. If direction B is better, then things are going to happen that go right along with that going. It's having faith that life is going to work out the way that it needs to work out. That's going to be for the best good for you. Be willing to experience opportunities as they come to you. You're looking at where to base yourself for the rest of the year. So I feel like what this is saying is take a good look at your options, and then trust spirit to point you in the right direction. So if it's an Airbnb, then you're going to have good feedback for that direction for you to go and find a place. If that's not the right direction to go in, you're going to get a lot of closed doors. You're going to get a lot of nothing's available right now. You're going to get a lot of, wanting to charge way too much money for something that's nowhere near the worth of what they're asking for. So it's a matter of putting your trust in spirit that you're going to provide all the blessings. Everywhere I go, whatever way I turn, you're going to open the right doors for me to go through. And when you get that, it'll flow. Everything will flow for you. Your needs will be met. Maybe not in the way you thought they were going to be met, but they will be met. And so you just have to be willing to move in whatever direction that spirit tells you to move in. And that's what I got for you.
Okay, thank you, Katie. And she says thank you. We appreciate you, Katie. Thank you for joining us, honey. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the Sam Brooks question real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and sign out unless one of you guys check in. Okay, Sam. The main energy I got in and around you was I got Saturnian energy. These are limits. This is our karmic teacher. He's trying to teach you some kind of karmic lesson. I asked what this was, where this was happening. I got a lot of emotional cards. I got the Page of Cups. This would be a young person in your life. I got the reverse Two of Cups. This would be a relationship, an important relationship in your life. And then I got the Queen of Cups. This is all about listening to that divine intuition. So they're asking you to use your intuition and work on your emotional state in a way that will allow you to move forward and improve your relationships. I'm going to go ahead and give you some advice for the eclipse that just happened based on your 7th house, because that's the energy that I got from the cards. So the best planetary mantra for you, if you're comfortable, is, especially this is great for Saturn, is Om Ham Hanumataye Namaha. Om Ham Hanumataye Namaha. Om Ham Hanumataye Namaha. And you can do that on Saturdays. And what that will do is help you with that Saturnian blocking energy when it comes to your emotional state, the family situation, relationship situation. Okay. The best stone or gem I have for you is rose quartz. Okay, I keep this with me all the time. It is a beautiful little stone here. It's relatively inexpensive, and it promotes unconditional love and harmony, and that can help you with a lot of the cups energy that I found in their reading. Jasmine is going to promote emotional balance and relationship healing as well. So if you like that scent. And then aromatherapy rose oil is good for love and emotional healing as well, because I did get that Queen of Cups energy in and around you, which is divine empath. So I hope that was helpful, Sam, and I'm wishing you all the best. So thank you so much. Okay, Shari, we did it.
Yay!
Yay! So do you have
I had
anything
a
coming up?
ball. So I
Yeah.
had
Do you have
a
any?
blast.
I know. I love reading with you. You're the only person I really go like really hard on the readings with you, because it's like you're like, I'm game. We can do this, and you're just amazing. And I really appreciate your
Yeah,
energy. Yeah.
I get so much joy out of doing this.
Oh.
I just like reading for people. I mean, I get nervous sometimes because it's like, what if I stick my foot in my mouth, or what if I'm like just way off base, and then I have to just shake it off and say, you know what? I'm going to be given what I need to be given to say what I need to say and stop
Yeah.
worrying about it. So, and when I do that, everything seems to flow. So,
There we
um,
go.
and I don't
Well,
like to give sad readings.
oh yeah. I try.
Sometimes I have to because there's no other choice. But
Yeah. When you see a
you
snake in the
try
grass, you
to,
got to point it out. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
you got to try to boost it up as best you can.
Yes, that's why I try to pull a positive clarifier. It's like, oh, once you pass this, then this is what's going to happen. So there's usually
Yeah,
a happy ending to all of this, because the thing
exactly.
about Mrityaloka, that's the death plane. That's the plane we're living in right now, is we're being asked to give up a lot of things so that we can ascend, and that's difficult. But a lot can be done here through our suffering. So
Yeah, very
yeah.
much so.
Oh, and everyone's saying thank you. Oh, you guys are so welcome.
But
That's
thank
great.
y'all for coming and hanging
Yeah,
with us.
this was
Um,
fun. Well, and just to let you guys know, I
Absolutely.
have the Boomer Mill with Jonathan tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about a lot of the stuff going on in our neighborhood. We're going to be addressing some conversations that we had on next door, some police reports, things like that that we're seeing in our area, and we're really curious to see what you guys are experiencing as well. In addition, I'm going to have, I believe next week I have the lovely Gerald with Tarot Stash on, and then I have Jane the Seeker, and then I have Shari on again, which is going to be really fun, and lots of fun readers next month. So I'm excited.
Absolutely.
And so, what do you have going for the rest of the week, Shari?
Tomorrow I'm off from
Nice.
doing this. Actually, I have some recordings I need to
Okay.
actually sit down and make, and I tend to put it off.
Mm-hmm.
Some recorded stuff that's kind of past due. Um, I have Polyterology on Friday night. That's with Colleen the Cool Crone. That's strictly a politics show. Gerald Tarot Stash, Val Dragonfly Crystals, Cleo the Seer. We have our little gang, as we call ourselves, that we meet, and that's a lot of fun. And then I had to pull my book out Saturday morning at 11 a.m. That's early for me on a Saturday. I've got Helen, Irish Granny Tarot, and Nate the Clairvoyant is coming back. We try once a month or once every 2 months to get together, the three of us, and it can be hard because Nate's in Portugal, so it's trying
Mm.
to. I'm Central, Helen's Pacific, and he's in Portugal. It's like, oh my god, trying to find a time that works for everybody. And then Sun Psychic Jean will be on Saturday afternoon. Of course, the slumber party Saturday night, and Chrissy Footprint Tarot is going to join me
Ooh.
for the slumber party, and and then Sunday is the Mastering Mental Wellness with Isaac,
Oh, I love
and
those. Those are fun. Yeah, Isaac's really smart. I like him.
we'll be discussing how to handle stress when caring for family or parents with
Oh, that's
dementia,
huge right now. That's a really big
and
deal. Yeah.
so I just love Isaac to death. He is
He's
such
a
a
yeah,
sweetheart.
he's so calming too. I just love,
Yeah.
like, I can see why he's a counselor, because you get in his presence and it's like you feel peaceful. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And from the get go. I mean, when I first met him, it was just like, there you are. He's like, where
Yeah.
have you been? I've been waiting for you.
Oh, I love
And
that,
I'm
Shari.
just glad that he kind of felt the same way. We've just become best buds. So
Oh, I
um,
love that.
I really enjoy my time with him. And that particular show, we don't get like a whole lot of people that show up, but that's cool with me because that lets everybody in the chat really discuss and talk about
Oh
whatever the
yeah. Yeah,
topic is.
Sundays are slower
You
days,
know.
so you're actually able to participate a lot more if you come to that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Well, you've been there a couple of times
Hmm.
where, I mean, it's what's going back and forth, in the chat and participating in the conversations there
Hmm.
is kind of where we wanted to take it to begin
Oh
with.
yeah. And he's got some
We
really
didn't want
great
to just come on and
worksheets and
just
stuff
say,
too. Yeah.
do this, do this, do this, and here's a website, go there. That wasn't our goal. We
Yeah.
wanted to get the feedback, get people talking to each other, and because sometimes somebody can say something and it'll change your whole perspective of how to look at something.
It really does. It's our
And
word. You have to be very
yeah,
careful for sure. Oh, I love
and
that, Shari. Thank you so much. And Joyce just came in and said, "You two are so sweet. I love it when you do collabs. Great readings today. Thank you so much." She's
we
going to be
try to
on
get
again.
together as often as we can.
Well, I love
And I'm
it
gonna get
because
her and Jonathan on to come visit me in the swamp sometime
oh
soon.
yeah,
So
we'd be
we
honored to
just
visit
have to work
you.
out a date and what works best and have
Yep.
some fun. And so
Yep. And both sides of my family are from Nolens, Louisiana. So I love that
that's
connection I
about
have with Shari.
that's about 2 hours east of me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Nola's a nice afternoon trip to get there.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Get that air
Uh,
conditioning going. Whew.
yeah, especially if the bridge that goes over the swamp, if something happens on it, there's an accident or something,
Oh,
you're
there's no
stuck.
getting over. Yeah.
You're not getting off. You're
Mm.
just stuck until they get it clear. Um, they're finally, I think, starting to get some work done on it
Yeah.
from all the infrastructure money that the one Republican senator we had that was willing to cross the aisle and work on getting infrastructure monies done. He got a nice hefty little chunk for us down here, which was
Nice.
desperately needed
You
because
think? You're below
our
sea level.
bridges were falling down. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the salt air and everything does a lot more damage a lot faster than people realize. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we
All
still got to
right.
deal with all the wackadoodles.
It's everywhere now. Oh my goodness. All right.
Exactly.
So we're going to go ahead and sign off, guys. Please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to both my channel, Astrological Tarot, and my lovely, amazing guest, Shari, Voices from the Swamp. Our links are all
Anytime.
in the description. So
Oh,
she's
and
going to be
before
on
I
again
forget,
next month. Oh, yeah. What's up?
we're doing another psychic thon on the 28th.
Oh, okay. Great.
It's only going to be 11 hours though. She's not going to do it 24 hours. I'm like, I can't do another 24 hours. She's like, no, we're just going to do it for 11 hours. I think from like um 11 in the morning to 11 at night, something like that. So that ought to be fun.
That will
And
be. I love that. I mean, how much did the last one raise?
we went the last time I checked in, I think it was over 9,000.
Okay.
Um,
Wow. That's what I thought. That's amazing. I love
yeah,
that.
so that's pretty good for a bunch of psychics to pull in.
Yeah, it is. It is. And thank you for
And
joining us, Bora. Bora Bora.
hi, Bora
Oh,
Bora.
yeah.
And
So we are going to go ahead and sign off. And please follow us. And we're going to be on again next month. And hopefully we'll be on a Sherry's show well. So just follow us in our community tabs. And we're
yeah,
wishing you all an
everything will be in the
amazing week.
community tab.
Definitely. And
Yeah,
check out my shorts for those Vedic transits. I'm posting them every day. All right, guys. And then definitely check out Sherry's affirmations. They are so wonderful.
I
They're
try to
so
do them every
affirming.
day.
Yeah. No,
I
whenever I
try to
can
do
get
them
them.
every day.
Whenever we can get them, we're
Some of
happy,
them I'll
sweetie.
go over so they're not in the shorts. They'll just be like a minute and a half or 2 minutes. But
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you're
they're
on
still
TikTok as
short.
well. So if you have a
Yeah, and I
TikTok
do them
or
on TikTok.
YouTube, so she's on
And
both, depending on what one you like more.
yep. Yeah,
All right.
I'm still trying to figure out how to work TikTok, so it
And so am
it
I.
can get
So am I.
frustrating at times, so it's
It
like
is, but we get a lot of people. So it's like, oh, okay.
I have more subscribers on TikTok than
I
I
do
do on
too.
YouTube, and I'm
I'm
like,
almost at 3,000. It's
"How?"
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, "How is that possible? I don't do anything over here but
I don't either, and I
post
get all these followers.
post one show a day, and that's it," it's
Yeah, yeah. So you guys can
so,
check us out there. So, all right, well, we're going to
yeah.
send you all love and just have a wonderful week. And if you guys need a reading for the eclipse or you just need some love from Shari, go ahead and book a reading with us, and we will see you all
Yeah.
soon. Take care, everyone.